Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer, born in Accra, Ghana, a Quranic researcher and a critical thinker based on religion, who does online lectures based on the guidance of the Quran on platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok since 2018. In Finland, and 13 years, QBE, in Classical Arabic and MSA in Quranic Arabic. The author of the Refer to the Quran, which helps every novice to understand the steps towards understanding the great Quran and the guidance of God in it.
Time to rise and meet the challenge. Baba Shuaib is calling you out. Meet Baba Shuaib, a correctional officer with a mission. Today he's throwing down the gauntlet to the mushriks, no more holding back. With his logo shirt and cap, Baba Shuaib sits tall and confident. He says, the time for action is now. It's time to rise, to push past limits, and to become the best versions of ourselves. Baba Shuaib believes in the power of determination and resilience. His challenge is simple. Stand up, face your fears, and conquer them. Every day is a new opportunity, he says. An opportunity to grow stronger, to be better, and to leave a mark on the world. So, are you ready to accept Baba Shuaib's challenge? Are you ready to rise above and beyond? Join Baba Shuaib and let's show the world what we're made of, because the only limit is the one you set for yourself.
Ramadan is on the way coming, depending on who sees the crescent. That is the waxing crescent. Because God never gave you any salat called. Now, did you? I don't do anything that I cannot prove, but it seems that when people don't understand what I do or why I'm doing something, they are quick to judge. Quran chapter 18 verse 65. Remember, Moses was a prophet, right? But he went to another servant of God to seek knowledge. Sometimes the perspective you are looking at things, you might think you are right, till you go and meet another person. Maybe God has gifted him more than you. Then you get to realize, oh, you are actually falling behind. And that is why I open up for dialogue. I watch you just like you watch me. I master the art of double checking you more than you check me. So whatever you think you are coming with, I've already prepared the weapons on the side, because I know all of you are watching, especially the people who are coming for my neck. So I get prepared for all of your heebie-jeebies. This is how I'll be taking all of you one by one when you come at me. So go back and study. Just because you don't have understanding of something doesn't mean the other person is wrong. Just because it's beyond your imagination or understanding. Let's have a dialogue, one-on-one. Baba Shuaib will bring you, and let's face it out. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. Peace be upon you all. People seeking for knowledge. Thank you all for coming. I'm streaming live from Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram simultaneously. So I'm streaming on 4 platforms. I'm streaming live on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, right? Yeah, I appreciate your presence. Thank you all for coming. This is Baba Shuaib, the correctional officer. The threat for the mushriks. Yeah, brother Ibrahim, thank you. Yes, thank you guys. I appreciate it. This is actually done by my brother that I gave. I'll call a brother by a friend of mine. Of course, my brother also did the similar type of things. He is a fashion designer also. He has done. Let me see. Yeah, so let me give some shout outs. Salam to you, Maggie, thank you for the gift. Let me give some shout out to all those who are here. I appreciate your presence. Let me see. Streaming live from Instagram. Yeah. Instagram is a bit slow. It's quite a bit slow. So it's few seconds of minutes. I think a few seconds behind. So I'm just trying to see how the stream over there works, because some people on Instagram told me it would be nice to stream live there also, but I think it's quite a bit slow on that side. So that is why usually I prefer using TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube to do that, right? So let's go this one. So let me give some shout outs. I see you can do this. That is Abdullah. I see you. Salam. The real Mishizi Sniper. Sister Khadija. Mom. I see you. Salam. Musa Arabogo. Rashid Tech Africa. DJ Kyoji. Kyoji. It's the first time I'm seeing you. Salam to you. Peace. Then we have Helal Ahmed. Salam. We have Muhammad Ashari Abdirahim. Jamshade. Tariq Ayub. Megi, Bukola, Muhammad Irshad, Oscar Sanya, Sister Iram, I see you. As me, right? Then we have Ziad Mahomed, Abdul Samad, Adam, I see you. Awali Alimi, I see you. Bimbaz, Barsalim bin Sali, Sheikh Samsung. This name is just something else. Why not Sheikh iPhone? Anyways, Jibril, Dangan and Dagi. Then we have Adam Muhammad. We have Amina. We have the book. We have Mazlan Osman, we have Mohammed Nurullah, we have Timothy Joan. Then we have Sister JS, Sister Jana, I see you, salam. Brother Imran Khan, salam to you. Animus Prime, peace to you. Tom S2000, peace to you. Abu Thomas, salam to you. My uncle Faisal Rabi, salam to you. Girls unrehearsed, salam to you. Then we have Rizal Zander, salam, brother. Yes. Carol KB, yes, love you too. I appreciate that, mom. We have the Quran is erst. Okay. Salam to you. Yes, Bukola, thank you. Yes, I need to appear kind of native for some time, you know. Then we have Obre wa Omar. Yes, salam. Mazlan Osman, thank you for the compliment. Thank you. Girls on rehearse, thank you for the compliment. Ahmed Nurani. Yes, salam. Yes. Then we have Narifa Sataur, salam to you. Yes, and brother Omar Sataur as well. Yes. Saidi Musa, yes, salam. I appreciate the support. God bless you. Haruna Ghana, salam. My brother Sadiq Ali Sharian, salam to you. God bless you. Thank you. Then we have Talib. Yes. Then we have, yeah, no problem, Imran. Brother Imran, no problem. Then we have Brother Isa Watson. I see you. Salam to you, dear brother. Yes. Midnight Rider. He says, this is off topic, but can I get your opinion on Rashad Khalifa Baba? I do have a full topic on Rashad Khalifa, right? So I recommend you should watch it. It's on my YouTube playlist, live lectures. You go through the list of live lectures, you see it. I have Rashad Khalifa. Then we have Bashir Muhammad. Salam from California. Peace to you, brother. Mustafa Muhammad. Salam to you. Yes, the list is getting bigger. Yeah. Irish Rose. Yes, peace to you. Jibril. Jibril said, what is the name of your other account? Look, on all my streaming platforms, I use the same name you find me on any platform. The same name, the same username, the same everything. So it's either you search for Bush 2G9, you search for Baba Shuaib, or you search for correctional officer. All these three names you search is to bring you the same. You understand? You normally see my logo on the page and everything. Yes. Salam to you, sister. I see you. The propagator. I see you, Kin Hassan. Peace to you, brother. And I have Ahmed, Tom Johnson, Salih Jimmy. I see you. Salam, Salih Jimmy. Karim Jonathan, my brother Ismail Ohiere. Yes, salam to you. Peace and blessings. Shurulini. Yes, I see you. Yes. Tom S2000 says, I wonder if Brother Hamza is watching. Brother Hamza has been a fan of mine for a long time. He watches me a lot. Yeah, he's been a fan of mine for a long time. Yeah, it's just out of hypocrisy. You know, the man is salty and bitter because I exposed their hypocrisy. So he just became a rival all of the sudden. But he's a big fan, by the way. Midnight Rider sister, yes, thank you. Shaheen, brother Shaheen, yes, I think you sent me a message. I couldn't get the time to get back to you. I'll get back to you, inshallah. Adam Muhammad says, Baba, when is the Salat tutorial video coming out? It's actually ready. Yes, some few people got to see. They saw the video actually. I just didn't put it on the mainstream. I'm going to put it. I just need to put a video first before I put that, because that video I'm putting before that makes sense. Will bring the sense out of that video. So I need to put that video first, maybe tomorrow, God willing, before I put that Salat video. Or I'm thinking in between the two. I know people just need it so that they can know how to, pray to God in the proper sense. But let's see what happens between today and Friday, God willing. Then we have Abdullah Shakun, Bari GH, and then we have, yes, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I appreciate your presence. God bless you all. Facebook, YouTube, and then shout outs to all those on TikTok. We have Brother Mo, we have Resha Green, we have, what am I missing? We have Meme Kasita from Uganda. It says, Salam from Uganda. Ismail here. Ismail, yes, Salam. We have Hassan, say that, the lone wolf. Salam, Brother Zaid. Salam, my elder. Peace to you. Then I see the propagator. I see King Hassan Muhammad. Yes, salam, my dear brother. Yes, and then let me see. What am I missing? We have Brother J. We have yeah. Let me see. Okay, Brother West. I see you there. I see Lucky Dube. I see Assurance. Yeah, there's so much more. There's so much more people. Like I just appreciate your presence. The list keep getting bigger and bigger. Sometimes I just feel like I need to give you guys props. You've done amazing, to actually find the importance of being in my presence, to actually listen to what I have to offer from the knowledge and wisdom God has granted me. It's amazing to witness that. So Isa Abdullah Shamo, I see you, brother. Salam. Isa Abdullah Shamo from Kintampo, Ghana. We have Radmon Farouk and yes, Radmon Farouk, and then we have Anas Lee John G. Right? Yes. Yes, Brother Ziad says, I was talking to my friends and son, and told him following the truth is actually very lonely, and the real test, as it is very easy to follow the majority, but the majority always follow assumption. Yeah, that is true. That is actually the reality. Following the truth, you have to find the courage to be alone. But you are not going to be alone forever, because it builds with time. Because most of you here watching me, There have been a time where when God actually guided you, you realized the truth, you became alone, but then you were like, when will I get to meet other like minds? Then voila, with your patience, the time is there. Then you get to see people you have like minds with. So in life, this is how it works. You see, it's about patience. And God says in Quran chapter 2, verse 153, he says, Inna Allah sabirin. God is with those who are patient. So if you are a human being and you lack patience, it means God is not on your side, because whatever decisions you'll be making in life is full of problems. Yes, it's either you are with God or you are with devil. We have only two parties. It's Hizbullah and Hizbul Shaitan. Right? There's two parties only. You can never be in the middle. The middle one is the hypocrite, and hypocrite has no sides. So it's either you are on the left or you're on the right. You can't be in the middle. You understand? So the party of God is always the winners. So if you find out the truth and you're on the God side, don't rush it. Don't feel like, oh, I need the majority for anything. No. You might need the majority for your worldly life activities, right? We understand the worldly life activity, but when it comes to your religious aspect, you don't need the majority. It's between you and God and the like minds who are believers, who actually have the same kind of perception or point of view as yours. Then you mingle with. So there's a saying in English which says, birds of the same feathers flock together. Yes, this is actually a deep statement, right? But not everybody gets to understand what is being meant by that. So birds of the same feathers flock together gives you a connotation that you need to understand. Beyond that you need to work with people who have like mind, like you. You see, because if I give you an example, if let's say you are a positive person and you have to mingle with negative people, it will wear you down. It will turn you down. It will take out your positivity. So you need to stick on your lane, being positive. Then you leave the negative side. So let the negative people be on their side. Are you getting my point? But when you are positive and you mingle with negative people, they are actually going to force you to become one of them. So if you read the chapter 18, verse 9, you read downwards concerning the youth who slept in the cave. You will get to know that when they woke up, another group was telling the other group that if you go into the city to search for food, you have to be careful so that they don't discover you, because when they discover you, they will force you to be part of them. And that is exactly what the mainstream mushriks are doing to people who have actually found out the light. What they will do is they will force you. They will aggress against you. Look, every means possible they have to do to make you feel bad, to make you feel torn in your skin, they will do it. It's either they call you crazy, it's either they call you names, it's either they mock you, they laugh at you. And this is why I keep telling people, if you are alone, wherever you are, if you are alone understanding Islam as it is from the Quran, don't be quick to start speaking out. Yes. I'm telling you for a fact, don't be quick to start speaking out. Just be in your hibernation. Just keep studying and hiding yourself. Just like one of the believers in the house of Pharaoh. When Moses came, he was hiding his faith. He couldn't bring himself out. It was after he found Moses being dominant, then he brought his faith out. He told Pharaoh, what is your case? If Moses is lying, it's against him. If he's telling the truth, you benefit from it. Because the truthful person is somebody who can say things that you can verify. What is the meaning of truth? Truth is any statement that can be verified. You understand? So if something can be verified, that is what we call the truth. So if somebody is lying, they don't give you the chance to verify what they're saying. And that is why the reason why most of you watch Baba Shuaib, you watch me because I say things I can prove. And that is why I confidently call for challenge. Because if I'm a liar, I'll be scared. I'll be hiding. I'll be running away. You understand? So I'm out there because I know I can speak what I can prove. Because God says in Quran chapter 17, verse 36, وَلَا تَخْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٍ. Do not pursue that of which you have no knowledge. And knowledge is any piece of information that you know. So if I tell somebody I know how to fix a mobile phone, it's not about saying. He will say, oh yeah, take the phone, fix it, let's see. When I fix it, then the person is like, oh yeah, he's knowledgeable. So when Baba Shuaib is speaking and you see me talking about issues from the Quran and I give you references, I'm giving you references so that you can understand that I have studied and I know what I'm saying, so you can go and verify. That is why I open the phone lines and I say, call, let's deliberate or ask your questions, because I'm prepared for it. Even in the classroom, when academically, when your teacher is teaching, the teacher, after saying whatever they say, they give you the chance to ask questions. You understand? So that they will give clarity. So this is one thing we need to understand. So I urge you and I recommend to all of you to study for yourselves. When I give references, all I want you to do is to take your jotters, write it down, search it up. Everything you see me speaking about, I've had sleepless nights studying them. Quran chapter 6 verse 105. God says, وَلَقَدْ صَرَّفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ. Sorry. He says, if I remember that verse where he says, we have conducted the verses so that وَيَقُولُونَ دَرَسْتَ, so that the people will say you have studied. Then God says, وَلِنُبَيِّنَهُ لِقَوْمِ يَعْلَمُونَ, so that we may clarify it for people who know, right? Yes, thank you very much. Abu Sulaiman, he says, you don't give fish, you teach how to fish. Exactly. That is the point. Baba Shuaib, by nature, this is how I am. For people who are around me, this is what I do also. They know me as such. I like to teach people how to fish instead of just giving fish, because I might not be there the next day. So then if I'm not there the next day, who is going to catch the fish for you? So I need to teach you how to catch the fish, you see. So thank you guys. I appreciate the support. Let's see what I'm missing. Samuel JB Darko says, listening to you, Baba Shuaib. Thank you. I appreciate your presence. Bukola says, thank you, Baba, for dedicating your time to show the truth that has been right in front of us. Exactly. You know, sometimes you just need somebody, a loved one, to tap on your back and say, hey, look here, something, if you drop your wallet or you drop your money or you drop something, your key. You understand? Baba Shuaib is more like somebody who sees his fellow people being harmed or being lied to. And I just step in because I've been granted the wisdom and knowledge to actually fight for my people. So I need to step in and save the day. And like I said, but I'm not here for fools. I'm only here for intelligent people. So talking about the fools, let's go on. This video of this guy, it got me laughing before I came online. Somebody sent me this link, by the way. So let me play this video. It's a funny video. Look, listen to Sheikh
Wine. I don't drink vodka, tequila, scotch, black label, gin, rum. I don't know these things. But if I say, it's okay, I don't drink, but I think it's okay for others to drink, this is kufr. It takes you out of the fold of Islam. Akhi, when I talk about Islamic issues, I don't talk from my own self. I'm not a scholar. I don't come up and think, yeah, I think this is halal, this is haram.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is your one and only Sheikh Asim Al-Hakim, the guy who said he's not a scholar, but he's going out, traveling around the world and giving fatwas, his legal opinion concerning issues in Islam. And this same guy is talking about beer, alcohol, and he has videos saying, I drink beer, like he drinks beer, and he's proud of it. So let's listen to from the horse's own mouth. This is the video.
I drink beer, and I'm proud of that. But the beer I drink, before you quote me for that, is from Saudi Arabia, and it has like 2%, maybe 3% alcohol, and it's legal and it's halal. One says, oh, it has alcohol. Akhi, if I drink half a pack, nothing happens. I drink beer, and I'm proud of that.
Yes, Muhammad Razan, yes. Muhammad Razan. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Mohammed Razan. Yes, it's a global English. I try my best to make it global English to make people connect with the reading in it. It doesn't 100% follow the English grammatical rules, but however, I made it in a standard where people can connect with the language easily, right? So yes, you're welcome. So Asma Lakim says, I drink beer and I'm proud of it. And he says, before you slander him, hey, brah, I see you, salam, brah. Brah said, I'll call you. Na kira ka gobe, inshallah. So this guy he went somewhere giving them legal opinion and concerning vodka, alcohol. And you could see from his face when he was talking about it, this guy is actually mocking the people. And this guy, he actually charges about, is it $100 for half an hour segment, if you want to call him for consultation. But this guy said he's not a scholar. I don't understand. And the people are just the shippo. And they think a person dressed like that with the, with a veil and everything, that makes him a big sheikh or imam. So I have people who actually think Asim al-Hakim is actually knowledgeable. Hey, okay. So Asim al-Hakim, what he said here.
Wine. I don't drink vodka, tequila, scotch, black label, gin, rum. I don't know these things.
This guy who said, I drink beer and I'm proud of it, he is now saying he doesn't know tequila, he doesn't know scotch, he doesn't know. And he says, hey, Azim al-Hakim. Akroga, to help me out, please.
God have mercy upon us.
Seriously. Look, the internet never forgets. That is one thing I love about the internet. And that is why, you see, when Baba Shuaib is calling people to come out and face me, that's one of the reasons why they are scared. And then you see people with the heebie-jeebies taking the phone to call me, because the heebie-jeebies, they cannot answer simple yes or no question. So they just send them to just cause a buzz in the head. But the reason why their scholars will not come out, because the internet never forgets. You understand? Because that is Asim al-Hakim few years back. These are the things he said. And then fast forward, these are the things he's saying. So he's just contradicting himself. You understand? So the one he said, I drink beer, I think it was like 6 years ago, right? I think the first time I put it on TikTok. Okay, that's 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Yeah. Then fast forward, here he is saying that he doesn't know all this these drinks and so on. So let me play a short video.
Wine. I don't drink vodka, tequila, scotch, black label, gin, rum. I don't know these things. But if I say, it's okay, I don't drink, but I think it's okay for others to drink, this is kufr. It takes you out of the fold of Islam.
Okay, so he says if he doesn't drink, and then to say these drinks, tequila and vodka, and then he says he doesn't drink, but he tells people that there's nothing wrong with it, that is kufr. And this guy, if you have noticed, many of the times when he say things, he doesn't give references. He doesn't give any evidence, the reference where the statement is coming. And he is the same person who said he's not a scholar, and he doesn't talk from his opinion. I just see conflict of interest here. Seriously, the logic of the mushriks, it doesn't add up. Yes, he showed a little smirk on the face. Yeah, he did that face, right? Yes, Imran Khan, I saw your message. I'll check it out, inshallah. I saw you send me a message. Thank you. Yes, the feeding program has actually started. So far, we started with 30 people so far. The main target could be 100 or more. Yes, we started with 30 people so far. Tomorrow, today there was another event, so I'm waiting on the confirmation. Tomorrow again, there will be another event, right? Then we take some few days break in between from the community. Then we go to another community to deal with the old people there. Yeah. So some of you do have the updates, the pictures I sent, right, concerning what is going on. Anyways, that is Asim Al Hakim with his EBGBs and so on. That is some of the madness they keep showing people. Mehdi, thank you. Maggie, thank you for the gift also. We have brother Abu Suleiman says, I think Abu Hanifa said alcohol is halal if not made from dates or grapes, if not matched to the limits that makes you lose your brain. Yeah, it is the scholars who actually give the legislations to them, right? Who makes such laws for them. So Quran chapter 42 verse 21, God is asking a question. Am lahum shuraka shara'u lahum min ad-din ma lam ya'zanu bihi Allah. Do they have idols who actually legislate for them of a religion to which God has not authorized, right? You hear some of the no ritual groups saying that there is no religion. Islam is not a religion. I dare them to come out also. Let's have a dialogue on the word deen. And let's see if it doesn't mean religion. These guys hate everything about Islam. They just want to change everything. If you give them the chance, they are going to write a book when they will tell you God is a physical human being. Yeah. Salam, Khalil. Brother Khalil, I see you. Salam to you. Anyways, let's move on to the main course. And I'll open the phone line for the question and answer session concerning the month of Ramadan. So this is Ramadan series. I just have one more video to play, then we move on to the yes, exactly. Thank you, Samuel JB. Thank you for the verse, chapter 2 verse 44, Surah Al-Baqarah. Yes. Yeah, MFG. MFG, I see your message. Yeah, Bilal Jibril, salam to you. Salam. Salam. Thank you, brother Imran Khan. Thank you. Let's go to the video. I have one video I need to play before I give the chance for question and answer session, right? So let me put the video here. The video is in today's folder 503. This is the video. I saw this video and I feel like I need to react on this video.
Pray, by the way, in a day?
I used to pray 5 times, now I pray only 2 times, in the morning and
okay, so you only pray 2 times a day, yeah? And how many units in each prayer?
2.
So you pray 2 units in each prayer?
Yes.
So where do you get that from?
From the Quran.
Show me 2 units in your 2 prayers from the Quran. Go on.
I have to check out the verse.
You have got to be kidding me, man. You're saying that you believe in something. You have no idea where it justifies it. Hold on. Give me the adhan according to the Quran.
There is no adhan in the Quran.
Surah Al-Jumu'ah, chapter 62, verse 9. You know, this is the problem with the Quranists. They don't know the Quran.
It's an adhan. There's no problem with that.
Now that you admitted this is referring to the adhan, how would you know the adhan has been called out if you don't know the words?
There is something we call logical fallacies and strawman arguments, right? These people, whenever they're having these interactions, there's something they cause a strawman fallacy. They cause, and they sometimes cause what we call logical fallacies, and mushriks are very good at that. These 2 instances, strawman arguments and logical fallacies, mushriks are top-notch when it comes to committing these errors. He mentioned the word azan, and then he quoted the verse, chapter 62 verse 9. It doesn't mention the word azan there. It says nudiya doesn't simultaneously automatically mean azan. It doesn't mean. If you read Quran chapter 22 verse 27, God talks to the Prophet Ibrahim concerning wa'azzin finnas bil hajj. He has to announce. This announcement is what we call azan. So God says, well, azin. So the one who calls the azin or azan, we call it muazzin. Right, muazzin. Somebody who makes the announcement, an announcer. But when somebody is a caller, for instance, when you read Quran chapter 3, verse 191, you read downwards, where we tell God, الذين يذكرون الله قياما وقعودا وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا سبحانك فقنا عذاب النار. Then we say ربنا إننا سمعنا مناديا ينادي الإيمان. So when we tell God ربنا إننا سمعنا, we have heard. A caller means munadia. So you see, this munadia, he is the one who does the when God says is nadaytumus salat, or he says ila salat, or he says nudiya lis salat. So this nudiya is calling, and calling doesn't actually mean you have to announce loudly, because even God called Moses when he came next to the fire. Remember, Quran chapter 20, you find it there. Quran chapter 27 and 28, you find it there. God did nudiya to Musa alayhi salam. So it doesn't automatically mean azan. Are you seeing the difference there? God chose words in the Quran for a reason. God says, وَيُحِقُّ اللَّهُ الْحَقَّ بِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُجْرِمُونَ. This mujrim, these are the mushriks who are the mujrim always, to twist the words of God, just to see it. And that's why I keep telling you, they are very good at twisting the words of God. If God says Nabi, they will say Rasul. If he says Rasul, then they will say Nabi. If he says Fas'alu al zikr, then they will say people of knowledge. When they say wa ulil amr, then they will say the ulama. When God says zikr, then they say, oh, it means this Quran. If God says hikmah, then they say it means sunnah. If God says sunnah, then they say it means hadith. If God says you name it, help me out. Anything God says, they create the opposite meaning. You understand? Anything God says, just to establish the truth, they will create an opposite meaning. Yes. So the hadith people, they are full of nonsense. The other day, one foolish hadith follower was writing to me. He says, Baba, no, Kitab wal Hikmah doesn't mean Quran. If you say it is the Quran, it is wrong. Kitab means Quran, then Hikmah means the hadith book. So according to them, there's no Hikmah found in the Quran. So it means Quran is full of nonsense. There's no wisdom there. Even though God says, Yasin wal Quran al Hakim. The Quran is a wise reading, and any wise thing has wisdom. The foolish people will tell you, no. The hikmah doesn't mean you find it in the Quran. You come and find it in the garbage books where it says the prophet married 6 years old girl. That is the book they call wisdom. Yes. I don't know how their brains have been programmed. The other day, MFG had a debate with the guy. What is his name? Al-Yemeni. Did you hear what he says? He said the hadith abrogates the Quran. He literally said it, that the hadith abrogates the Quran. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. And when Baba Shuaib is out there firing these mushriks and bozos out there, you say, I'm being harsh. You don't just understand the foolishness, the magnitude of their foolishness. The brain is kaput. To be honest, they need a factory reset, but you have to format the hard drive. And the hard drive here is kaput. Look, MFG had 2 debates with 2 mushriks. The first one he had with him, the guy doesn't even know the hadith books. Muhammad has to be the one teaching him in the debate from front, telling him that your hadith, this hadith says this. He doesn't even know. He says, I'm going to look it up. Then what the hell did you come to the debate to do? Do people understand what dialogue and debate means? It means you are ready, you are knowledgeable, you have the files, and you are there to present the knowledge. Then they say, okay, I'll check it out. I don't know if he says that. If they show him, they quote a hadith for him with a reference, he says, I've never known of this. I'll go and check it. Why? Why? And these people are people's husbands and people's fathers and so on. This Al-Yemeni and the other guy. And so seriously, these kind of people are also married and they have children. Then you imagine, what are they teaching their kids? Huh? Seriously. So he has the guy, and what mushriks normally want to do is, you see the video I just played when he's talking to the caller. They are very good at asking questions, but they are not good at answering questions. So when it comes to the time they have to answer a question, they twist the information so that they twist the argument towards your direction. You have to be the one. Yes, sister Eram, I'm surprised how women can still be with these knotheads. I'm serious. I don't understand how. Seriously. Malu says, how many languages? I speak a lot of languages, actually. I speak a lot. Yes, Shurulini, yes. Yes, Shurulini, I saw your message. This is what they do. The mushriks, they are quick to mention their credentials. I don't know why they do that. Always, they are quick to say, hey, I've studied in Azhar, I've studied in Medina, I've studied in University of this and this and this. And then they are full of trash. I don't get them. The other day when I had a dialogue with this Ahmadi guy, the another bozo who said the Quran is not complete. Whilst we are just talking about the verse, he said, hey brother, I've studied the Arabic, I've done the translation and transliteration, and I'm like, does this guy even know me at all? So what? So the argument they like to use when they are facing a Quran alone follower is just to do twist and turns. So if you follow that trend with their argument, you lose the track. Let me tell you how to put them off their seats. You can learn from my dialogues that I've done, my debates. You just watch the videos, the way I conduct myself, and I use their words. They like to twist words, so always bring them back. Ask them, hey, God says, Atiullaha wa atiu rasulah. Why are you telling me obey God and obey the prophet? Did God say prophet? Then he will say, hey, are you trying to say Muhammad is not a prophet? No, that's not what I said. What did God say in that verse? Now they are like, what are you trying to say? No, I didn't try to say anything. Tell me, what did God say in the verse? They don't want to mention that because when he mentioned, he will look stupid. God says, Atiullaha wa atiu rasulah. God told us several times in the Quran, especially Quran chapter 33, verse 70. He says, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ittaqullaha haqqa tuqatihi. Ittaqullaha, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ittaqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. Quran chapter 33, verse 70. Let me confirm the verse. Chapter 33, verse 70. Yes. It says, oh, you who believe, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu taqullaha wa qulu qawlan sadida. This is very, very important. Very, very, very important. So, all you who believe, beware of God and say the correct statement, or you say the correct speech, or you say the right statement, or the right speech. Now, when you're dealing with mushriks, they never want to say the right thing. They always want to twist the narrative. The moment a mushrik allows you to factory reset him, everything start to turn. Everything start to change. Then the person will be like, oh yeah, you're making sense. Exactly. So yes, this is one thing that interests me, right? Shurulini says Ali Yemeni will now laugh because you are not pronouncing Arabic perfectly, because that of course is more important to them than actual understanding what it is saying. Exactly. All the mushriks, especially the Sunnis, have been trained to focus on pronunciation of a word than to understand what the word implicates or what it is about. All the mushriks, especially the Sunnis, when you're having a discussion with them, and let's say you are mentioning a word or you are mentioning something in the Quran and you made a slip up, it is the slip up pronunciation that is what the person is interested, not what it means again. Exactly. Somebody says like gospel singers. So when you're dealing with mushriks, yeah. So when you're having a dialogue with these mushriks, this is how they try to twist the narrative that you have to be mindful of. You know, I was thinking last year that I will have time to set up a timetable to teach people the idea of how to have interactions and have discussions, and how they shift an issue to the goalpost. They can shift an issue and start telling storytelling. Mind you, if you are listening to that story, write the last statement you said. Write it down. Allow him to finish the storytelling. As soon as he finished, go back again. Say, the verse you quoted. The verse says Rasul. You said Nabi. Many a times you hear them saying, whatever the prophet gives you, take it. Whatever the prophet gives you, take it. If you say, give me the verse. Most of them, some of them don't know the verse. So when they give you the verse, chapter 59, verse 7, the verse doesn't start with what they are saying. That's not how the verse starts. Ma afa Allah ala rasuli. So let them start from the up. When they start the verse and they read till down, they will try their best to again twist the word Rasul to make it mean Nabi. Stop them. Tell them go back. What word did God mention? God mentioned Rasul. Why are you saying Nabi? Then the person is like, but Muhammad is the prophet. Yes, I know. But the verse, what does the verse say? If you start having discussions and arguments with them like this, it shocks them it sends a shock wave to the brains, because they are like, oh, this guy seems to know what he's talking about. They hate it. So now they have to start causing confusion. You understand? That is when the loud noise starts. To frustrate you, so that the argument will just be ruined. Have you ever witnessed people playing gambling? People playing card games or something? Gambling. Then the one who thinks he is about to win is losing. And all of a sudden he messes up the table, so that everything will be a mess. No winner will be achieved now. This is exactly the tactic the mushriks have adapted, right? To cause frustration. When you're having a dialogue with them or something, this is exactly what they do when they are losing. Just to mess up everything. Just exactly what the Ahmadi guy did to me on his platform. When I went as a guest, he did that to cause that problem. When it's my turn to explain something, he said, no, let me come in. Because when I give him chance to keep talking, I might lose what I'm saying, and my focus on what I have to say is gone. So when he keeps talking, then I say, are you going to allow me to speak? It's my turn now. He says, no, I'm not going to allow you. So then I said, okay, if you're not going to allow me, then what is the essence of we having the dialogue anymore? I need to go. I leave. The dialogue is still there on my page if you want to ascertain what I'm saying. So the mushriks have been trained in this way. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I was asked a question that Baba Shuaib, some people say during this Ramadan, they are breaking their fasting at sunset. And then they said, oh, sunset is considered night time. So, Baba Shuaib, what do you have to say to that? No, God never said you should break your fasting at sunset. He never even said at Maghrib. So, if you are following the trend of the twisters, you know them, right? The mushriks, they like to twist words of God. Even AI, chat GPT, knows the difference between sunset and night. Yes. Chat GPT, it knows the difference between sunset and night. Sunset is never considered part of the night. Sunset is considered part of the daytime. There is nowhere sunset means night. I'm serious. When we say sunset, it is not night yet. It is after sunset. Then we have the three twilights. We have the civil twilight, nautical twilight, and astronomical. The closest to night time is astronomical twilight. Sometimes, depending on the zone you are, nautical can be close. Are you getting the point? Nautical can be close sometimes. So now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the best version of AI with you, the best version, don't go and take the cheap ones. Or you can use the paid version from Microsoft. You can use, how do you call it? Because it seems the mushriks now, the reason why I'm mentioning ChatGPT, the mushriks, they rely on ChatGPT a lot. And ChatGPT is a program, an AI who is actually learning from humans. I had a friend from Belgium, is Michelle. I know if you're watching. Michelle had a discussion with the AI. He was inspired by a video I did concerning AI in Islam, artificial intelligence in Islam. He used my arguments against the AI, and he won an argument. Remember, when AI is saying something, you have to be ready to challenge the views of the AI so that it comes to the right conclusion, because AI can actually twist words also to play with your conscience. And that is why coming to the future, AI might dominate the human race. Right? So what you need to understand is when AI is answering your questions, don't just take the questions that's why God says, do not pursue what you don't have knowledge. So when we say sunset, I'm going to ask, let's go to Copilot. Microsoft Copilot under my account, and I'm going to ask the AI a question. So let me show the mushriks, because they believe in the AI a lot. That's why I'm going to use the AI. So let's go and ask the AI a question. Let me share the screen so that the mushriks, at least, if they don't believe Baba Shuaib, maybe they will believe the AI, right? Okay, so this is the AI. ChatGPT. Copilot.microsoft. Let's use this one to teach the mushriks something, right? So I'm going to ask the AI a question, which mushriks usually don't pay attention. They break their fasting at sunset. God never said you should break it at sunset. Okay. So I'm going to ask AI a question. This is the question. Is sunset still considered part of daytime? Now, if you go to copilot.microsoft.com, right? You log in. You can use even DeepSeek. You can use the highest level of AI. Just use that. Then you ask the AI, is sunset considered part of daytime? Or you can ask it, is sunset daytime? Now, this is the answer the AI is giving me. AI says, yes, sunset is still considered part of daytime. It is the period when the sun is descending, because the sun has not descended yet. Listen to the intelligence here. The sun has not actually descended yet. It is still present, continuous, an ongoing event. So you don't conclude something when it is still ongoing. This is the logic mushriks don't understand. When something is ongoing, we don't say it has ended. So you don't draw conclusions. You understand? Baba Shuaib is driving home. He's on the way going home. Then you use a mushrik will say, oh, he's already home. What kind of brain do you have? Are you getting the point? What kind of brain does a mushrik have? Anyways, I know they don't have brains anyways. But I'm just saying hypothetically, what kind of brain do you have? I don't know if it's from Temu. Guys, you know Temu? I think the brains the mushriks have is from Temu. A mushrik will still break his fast at sunset. Sunset is considered part of daytime. It's not nighttime. And I'll ask the AI again if it is part of nighttime. It is not nighttime. So he says, yes, sunset is still considered part of daytime. It is the period when the sun is descending towards the horizon, transition the sky into beautiful hues of red and orange, and eventually leading into twilight. So it is after sunset, then you have twilight. We have what we call gasakil layl, because now the twilight is going to reveal the night. It is not sunset which reveals night. It is after sunset, we have what we call gasakil layl. So when we say gasakil layl, these are the times you are ready to break your fast. Not when it is sunset. Mushriks have been taught by the hadith garbage books that they should break their fast at sunset, when you have wasted your hours the whole day. You wasted your hours. Now, out of your foolishness, instead of waiting 30 minutes extra or 35 minutes extra, you just break it at the last end. Guys, have you watched certain sports? Have you watched certain sports like motor racing, car racing, F1, F2? By the time the person is on the way, almost going to the finish line, then he starts celebrating. Yes, he's celebrating. Then the one behind, the one on second, comes to pass him and wins the race. Do you see? That is exactly what the mushriks are doing. You wasted your energy from early dawn, straight, then you break the fasting at sunset. Waste of time. If your boss gives you a timing for work and he says come 1 o'clock and close 7 o'clock, then you decided to go 1 o'clock and close 6 o'clock. I'm serious. Your boss will search for you. Where is that brain dead guy? I told him to be here till 7. He left 6 o'clock. Hey, it's either the boss will cut your salary or fire you because you are a useless worker. Now, let's go back to the AI. Now the AI is telling you what sunset is. Then now I'm going to ask is the question again. Is sunset considered as night time? Now, look what the AI said. I asked the AI, is sunset considered as night time? The AI said, no, sunset is not considered as night time. It is the period when the sun is descending. It has not yet descended. It is descending. It's on the way going. You are a bozo. You are the dumbest fool to think when we say sunset, it means night. Because I wonder if you have been academically been in school before. Academically, which teacher taught you? I just saw a foolish person writing in the comment section on TikTok. He says because it is PM. Who born you by mistake? PM even starts at 12 o'clock. Midday is 12 PM. In the midday. Yes, 12 o'clock in the midday is considered PM. But because you are a bozo, when you use your school fees, your parents paid to actually go and study, you didn't study. So you thought PM means what? Night? Hey, I hope you are not from Ghana, right? Why? He says because it's PM. What's wrong with my people? Look, thanks to God, we are in the age where God already predicted that there will be a creature who will be telling people about the verses of God that people are not certain about the verses. That is the reality you and I are seeing right now. Quran chapter 27 verse 82. Yes, the verses of God are telling, the AI is telling you to be certain. The word Maghrib doesn't mean night. So who is teaching you? Well, the garbage books, the Sahih Bukhari books, the garbage books is telling them, yes, you can break. Hey, mashallah, there is one hadith where the Prophet says, when you fast, as soon as you see the sun about to set, just break your fast. Yeah, that's how bozo they are. Yes, even the DeepSeek is the highly more smarter one. It will give you the more accurate answer. So if you are thinking that sunset is considered night time, then I'm sorry, right? Sunset is daytime. Are you listening? Just like dawn, Fajr is still daytime. So the Salat that God gave you, the two sides of the day is talking about Fajr and then around sunset going to the evening. Yes, that is the times. Then you have one night Salat, which is what? The Layl, the one we do, Wusta, is one night Salat. We don't have 2 or 3 night Salats. It is the mushriks who are confusing you. Yes. Anyways, the mushriks tell them to watch and go and ask the AI. The Maghrib, they keep fooling themselves, breaking their fasting at Maghrib. Look what God says in the verse. Quran chapter 2. Let me put the verse on the screen. Let me put the verse so that you see the verse on the screen. This is what God says. Quran chapter 2, verse 187. Check the time God asked you to break the fast. Check the time. Quran chapter 2, verse 187. So God says, here, he says, and eat and drink. And eat and drink until the whitish thread becomes clear to you from the blackish thread of dawn, meaning in the sky. When you're looking at the sky, the dawn time, the sky is dark when it's night, right? So when it's getting to dawn, you see the light, the white thread, the clouds, the white one started vanishing away from the black, like this. Sometimes it comes like line in the sky. So drifting apart. So then you will see it of dawn. Then he says, at that time you stop eating when it's dawn. So now you are going to fast. You are going to abstain. The word siyam means abstinence. So now you are going to abstain from, if it's a sexual act, if it's eating, if it's drinking, abstain from it at dawn time. Then now you have to hold up the abstinence till it goes until night again. Night is darkness again. So when we say night, what time does night time start? It starts at Gasakil Layl. We call it twilight. And the best form of twilight, closer to the night, is astronomical twilight. Yes, astronomical. Yes. So now, then he says, then conclude the abstinence, because you are abstaining from food and water and sexual act. That chapter 2, verse 187 gives you the summary of what you are abstaining from. It mentions the sexual act you have with your spouses. Then it mentions food. It mentions drink and food. So now you have to avoid these things. That is what abstinence is about. You are going to hold up because it's an instruction from God to see your piousness, because the objective of Siyam is piety. Because if God gives you instructions, He wants to see if you can achieve that or not. And this even common instruction, some people cannot achieve that. They can't. They will still fail. And then we see the mushriks fail easily. When God says conclude the thing at night, they will conclude at Maghrib. Even though the verse clearly says ila layl. Ila layl. When you are talking to foolish people, this is how you struggle. You will struggle to break it down several times. A foolish person will never listen. If you like, put a smart kid, a wise kid down, and put a stupid kid down in the same place. Just give them one instruction, both of them. Hey. You know the end results, right? So that is exactly like the Quran alone follower compared to a mushrik. One's brain is kaput. Once we are given the instruction, then he says, but ahi, I thought the hadith, the prophet said we should do like this. Ahi, I say the Quran says this. He say, ahi, but the hadith says I cannot understand the Quran. The Quran says it is Kitabun Mubin, ahi, but the prophet says we have to follow his sunnah to understand the Quran. Ahi, which other book did the prophet follow? Ahi, he didn't follow anyone, but he gave us the hadith. Ahi, where did the prophet say he gave you the hadith? You have to check the hadith books. Ahi, it's in the hadith books. The prophet say somebody will be sitting on his couch with big stomach. I don't have a big stomach, by the way, with his cushy. These guys are totally kaput. Wallah, they are kaput in the head. I don't know why they believe in this nonsense. Seriously, when I'm watching Bushriks before, back in the days, when God gave me guidance, when I watch them, I get pissed off. I get very, very pissed when I watch Azim Al-Aki, when I watch Mufti Menk, I get very pissed. It got to a point I'm like, there's no need for me to be offended. I need to be laughing because it's funny. People believe the nonsense. I'm serious. Okay, guys, that ends the issue concerning breaking of the fast at Maghrib. God never asked you to break the fast at Maghrib. It's at night. And the time the night time start is Gasakil Layl. I put the verse on the screen so that you see it before I move on to the question and answer. So Quran chapter 17, verse 78. Now, when it comes to the time for Salat, we use the sun to know the timing for the Salat. That is the dawn and the evening Salat. Isha, that is Salat al-Fajr and Salat al-Isha. We use the sun to know the difference. So the dawn Salat, Fajr Salat, it starts when it's dawn until sunrise. When it's sunrise, the sun comes out, dawn ends, right? Because then it becomes morning or duha. So now, then it goes till it is setting. When it is setting, that's why God says, Liduluki Shams. Liduluki Shams. Ila gasakil layl. So now, in this verse, Quran chapter 17, verse 78, God says, Akimi Salat, Liduluki Shams. Ila gasakil layl. So the layl starts with the gasak. The layl starts with gasak. So the gasak is the beginning, and that's why we have twilight. And the twilight only comes after sunset. You understand? Twilight, it comes after sunset. So the after sunset, what follows is you have civil twilight, you have nautical twilight, then you have astronomical twilight is actually the beginning of the night time. Do you see? So Gasakil Layl ongoing, at that time your Isha Salat is still valid, it's still ongoing. Isha is between, Isha is actually starting from your sunset and the beginning of night. That is where Isha is around. So your Isha is still there, but the Gasakil Layl, the one which will reveal to you what time the Salat al-Isha ends, is that astronomical twilight, because that time is glooming, it's getting dark already. So now that is the beginning of the night. So then you can break your fast. That is not considered sunset. Understand the difference. God is talking to wise people, remember, not fools. So that is it on the screen. So when somebody asks you what time can I break the fast, he says night. Does it have to be totally dark? It doesn't need to be 100% dark. But when it starts getting dark, yes, that's the beginning. It's not me saying, God saying here. That's the beginning of night, right? Yeah, salam alaji tawfiq. Salam, bro. Ramadan barak. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I put, let me share the link here. What do I need to put? Correctional officer. That is the GoFundMe for the feeding program. And then we have my phone number here for people who want to call on the program to ask questions pertaining to Ramadan. You're welcome. Let's get going. And then also people who want to join as a guest, I put the link here. If you want to join as a guest, let me put in the comment section. Yeah, salam to you, Zaid Yasir Sultan. In the comment section on YouTube, yes, let me see here. Show. Yes, so when somebody wants to join as a guest in the background, you're welcome. Sorry. That is the link. I put it on, what did I just do? I put it on YouTube. I don't know. I can put it on Facebook also. Yeah, if you want to call, you can call +358 466 803144. You can call on my WhatsApp number right now if you want to call. I'm trying to put the same invitation link. I want to put it on Facebook if you want to join. Let me see. Where is it? I'm putting it on Facebook. So you can call. The number is on my page down there. You want to call, you're welcome. Today, if in case I have to move to TikTok, I might not stay for long because I cooked food. I didn't get to eat my food and so on. I don't want to be in a situation where I don't have food to eat, right? So let me put this one here. Yeah, I put the link, the invitation link. I put it on Facebook, and I put it on YouTube also. Yeah, I put the link. Okay, before that, let me see. I can play a video. There's one video here that I need to play. Let me see. There's one interesting video that I saw. Before that, let me see. Yeah, there's one video that I saw from this brother, Anwar Sheikh. Somebody sent me a video from Anwar Sheikh. So I saw him talking about the Salat. Salat. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to play the video and I want to tell you some things that we have to be careful of, right? We have to be careful of. And I'm going to play Anwar, Anwar's video, Anwar Sheikh, right? I know some of you know him. I think he's based in South Africa. I just want you to see what the problem is, the way people have, the certain perception people have when they actually go against the norms of something just because they don't agree with some party, but they don't understand what is happening with themselves. So watch this.
The question is, let's take Salah as an example, which we regard as meaning an observance, an order, right? And let's go for the word order now, because that Salah word, Salah is a very rich word. It means an order. Now, what is an order? If you look at the dictionary, order is a general system of interconnected parts that when functioning together, it creates a structure, a meaningful, purposeful structure. And that is the idea of Salah. When it is done, when it is implemented as it should be, when we are all component parts in that system of doing our duty, where each person observes his or her duty in that greater order, then you have Salah. It is that big system where we all abide by our duty. So it's a system of abidance, system of adherence, system of observance of the rule, of the law, of the ethics. That is Salah. It's a powerful word. It's no wonder that the creator of the universe, the giver of the book, the one who gifted us with this book, has mentioned it 80 some odd times. And if you just want to say our Salah means prayer, then you must explain why does Allah say why do they say to Shuaib, At-ta'muru, do your Salat command you that you reject our old order? You see, so clearly in that verse, that is a very important verse where Shuaib is told, by the enemies, by those who reject him, why does your Salah prohibit you from following our old order? And
yeah. So if you have heard Brother Anwar, you heard what he said clearly. Now, the problem I find is, many a times when people don't agree with a certain standard, instead of going for somebody who has knowledge in that field to explain further, they will not do that. So what they do is they go with the mainstream understanding, which has a twisted turn of understanding to draw conclusions. And what I'm saying is, this is not a video to get personal to attack Brother Anwar, but I'm just saying in general, when people start playing with the meaning of words, this is the problem going to arise going forward. Now, let me show you the problem. Listen to the beginning, the way he started.
But now the question is, let's take Salah as an example.
So he says, let's take Salat as an example. So he has issue with the word Salat, and we are going to see what issue is. And I'm going to show you the confusion around the issue he has.
Which we regard as meaning.
So he said, which we regard. So he's talking about in general sense, which we regard as it meaning. Look, every word has an etymology. Every word can be traced. Every vocabulary has a trace. You can trace the etymology of the word. You can trace a root word. You can trace the meaning of a word. It is not about guessing the meaning of a word. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, if you don't agree with the meaning of a word, the only thing you can do is go back to the etymology of the word, trace the meaning of the word, You understand? Then you see the branches of the word. Then now you can question why certain word has this meaning and that meaning, and which meaning was added later, and which meaning came before. You understand? But if you don't agree, doesn't mean you should create your own meaning. So now let's go to the understanding.
An observance is an order, right? And let's go for the word order now, because that's Salah. Word Salah is a very rich word. Right? It means an order. Now, what is an
Okay, so now Brother Anwar is going to guess the word and tell us the meaning of the word Salat. And I keep repeating, this is the problem why we have people saying it means duty, it means following closely, it means connection. Tomorrow they say Salat is school session, so Salat is this, Salat is that. This is the problem. Let's go forward.
order? If you look at the dictionary, order is a general system of interconnected.
Salat doesn't mean order, but he is now giving the meaning to the word. Now let's go.
Parts that when functioning together, it creates a
and watch. When he is talking, the level of stammering Brother Anwar keeps doing just to come across the statement he wants to say concerning the word Salat. Just imagine the weight it takes for him to pass on his statement. Now watch.
a structure, a meaningful, purposeful structure. And that is the idea of Salah. When it is,
then he says that is the idea of Salat after giving his opinion of saying a meaningful structure or whatever, right? Okay.
Done when it is implemented as it should be, when we are all component parts in that system of doing our duty.
So according to him, he's saying Salat is about doing our duty. Now, are you following the confusion here? Are you following the trend of confusion he's trying to put when he's giving the meaning? Now, you will not know exactly what he wants to say because he's trying to find the appropriate word himself to coin his own understanding to the word. But I just want you, like I said, this is not a video I'm making to get at Brother Anwar, but I just want to show you when people don't agree with the standard of something, how they try to create their own thing.
You know, where each person observes his or her duty in that greater order, then you have Salah. It is that
when each individual try to observe his own duty, then he says that we have the greater what? We have Salah. Then he says that is Salah. So in summary, Brother Anwar is trying to say Salat means duty. That is, to summarize what he's trying to say. He's trying to say Salat means duty, right? Okay. Now, if you put Brother Anwar 101 to prove to you the etymology of the word, where Salat means duty, it becomes a problem. It will become a problem. So people are left with guessing. They just guess. Let's go.
big system where we all abide by our duty. So it's a system of abidance, system of adherence, system of observance of the rule, of the law, of the ethics. That is Salah. So it's a powerful word. It's no wonder that the creator of the universe, the giver of the book, the one who gifted us with this book, has mentioned it 80 some odd times. And if you just want to say As-Salah means prayer, then you must explain why does Allah say why do they say to Shuaib, At-ta'muru, do your Salat command you that you reject our old order? You see, so clearly in that verse, that is a very important verse where Shuaib is told, by the enemies, by those who reject him, why does your Salah prohibit you from following our old order? And
The twist and turns. The twist and turns here, and that is exactly the reason why I want to put out a video, one video up front before I bring the Salat video itself, the new Salat video I have. I have a dialogue I did on TikTok. I'll be putting it as correctional officers then on YouTube. Then you can understand. Then you can understand the reasons why people are confused. So they want to create their own meaning to words now. Yes, they are confused. Just because they don't agree with the Sunnis. So they think Islam belongs to the Sunnis. They are twisting things. Oh my God. Anyways. Quran chapter 10 verse 36 says, وَمَا يَتَّبِعُ أَكْثَرَهُمْ إِلَّا زَنَّا إِنَّا زَنَّا لَا يُغْنِي مِنَ الْحَقِّ شَيْئًا. He says most of them follow nothing but assumption. And assumption cannot avail against the truth. When we say the truth, it is any statement that can be verified. What these people will be saying, Salat means duty. I'm telling you, anybody who says Salat means duty should find Baba Shuaib one-on-one. He should prove to me where, in it etymology, which the root word of Salah. Let's go anywhere. Show me where it means duty. That's all I'm asking. Show me where Salah means duty. Easily. Remember, Quran is here to confirm things in the past. Anything which has been done, commanded to people previously, Quran is here to confirm. Remember, the children of Israel were given the book also. So Quran is here to confirm whatever was before it. So anything you find being done before, Quran confirms that thing. It is not bringing a new concept. Quran is not here to make you play with words and bring something new. Then you hear some people telling you Islam is not a religion. God does not do miracles. Jesus has a father. Like all this. And these same people will tell you Moses never parted the sea. Moses never had a stick, which is a snake. This is the problem we are having. And this is why the mainstream out there, they will never take such people seriously when you just sit down and just assume things. Seriously. My phone number is there. I see somebody in the comment section. Tahir, this guy. Look at the foolishness. Look, ladies and gentlemen, look at this guy. Look at the foolishness he just wrote. Just examine him. The moment you see this, you see a mushrik. He said, God tells you to follow him and obey the prophet. Do you see the foolish people I'm talking about? This guy, this is the comment on the screen. Tahir Ubawa. He says, God tells you to follow him and obey the prophet. If I bring this kind of bozo on my platform to come and prove to us where it says obey the prophet, you see him struggling, stammering. There's somebody at the back. Let me bring him on stage. I hope it is him.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Emi Oluwa. I'm calling from Nigeria.
Emi
Oluwa.
Emi Oluwa, calling from Nigeria. Yes. Are you in the comment section?
I don't know. I just joined, basically.
Why did you say you don't know?
I don't know what you mean by comment section. Like, okay. Am I...
If you just join, it's either you are watching from YouTube or you are watching from Facebook before you called. And if you called, that means you saw the link I pasted there. So yeah, that's why you join. So you can't join without knowing what is going on here.
No, I thought you said comment section. Like, I don't understand what you mean by that. I was coming from Facebook. I mean, from YouTube, rather.
Okay, from YouTube. And which name were you using?
I was not commenting.
Okay, no problem. Anyways, well, help me, I help you.
Yeah, basically, I try to understand where you're coming from. And why you criticize those that believe or understood Salat as a connection towards God and not prayer? Because okay.
Do you understand my argument?
Yeah, your argument is that they are claiming that there's nothing like ritual prayer in Islam,
And then
and they just use or interpret the words based on their own assumptions,
yes.
Which basically, from my own reading of the Quran, because I use a methodology like allowing the Quran interpret itself by getting the context of what it means. And though I don't, I think I don't understand Arabic. I'm not an Arabic speaker.
Let's put your logic to the test right now. So you said you should allow the Quran on its own context to explain itself.
Yeah.
So first of all, if I put an Arabic Quran in front of you without putting any English translation, anything, can you understand it and put it into context?
There's not. I have to read the translation to understand.
So then you are using somebody's translation to draw conclusion without understanding what the Arabic said. That's what you're telling me now.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, so let me put you to this. I can put an Arabic verse on the screen. Then you explain to me what it says.
I say I don't. You say I use someone's interpretation. I don't. I mean translation. I don't do that. When I'm looking at a verse, I look at an ayah one by one, and I use that in English and different translation. So I try to like unpick each each word to see if it's correlated with each other. So when I see the term,
do you verify the words?
Yeah, I do. That's why I've not even read the Quran.
Okay, tell us, how do you verify the words?
After checking, if the word has the meaning or the translation actually makes sense, we actually I think it's Corpus Quran. I go there to see how many verses the word appears. Then I will read.
Corpus Quran cannot be trusted. It is made by people from America, 3 women behind it, and they are not even typical Muslims.
No, just to check the verses that the word appear and to see the context.
But the Quran corpus you are using, I'm just telling you, they are not reliable.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Sahih International, the so-called popular Sahih International.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So if you are relying on them to make a cross-check, that's another problem.
No, I'm not using I'm using to check how many verse the word comes. I don't know, not the translation. Like if a word appears, it states the the number of appearance it's happened in each verse, maybe 2 times, maybe 10 times and stuff. So after checking that, I read each verse to get what intention is the word using in. So I don't just go in and just read translation like that and say no, I don't do that. So I don't know if that's the methodology you use, but I feel you might not actually understand from that we see that Salat is more than just a ritual prayer.
I understand you guys, because you are using opinion. That's all I said.
Okay.
That's my summary. Or if you can prove me wrong that you are not using opinion, then I can put you to the test right now to prove to the people that you're using opinion.
Okay, let's see.
That's my logic. That's what I'm telling you. And that's why I said, let those guys who say Salat means this, that, this, let's just have dialogue. Baba Shuaib and them, one-on-one. Then I'll prove to the people why I said they are using opinion.
I came here because I want to be tested on my interpretation.
So then I said I can put you to the test. I can just put a verse in Arabic and then you translate it without using any translation.
But that won't make sense because you're trying to
make sense to you. Don't say it will not make sense. Say it will not make sense to you.
Okay.
Because let me tell you. What is your name again? You say Ola what?
Me. Okay, just say Emmy.
Emmy, can I translate a language without actually understanding the language?
Nah, you can't. You can't actually translate.
Okay. Now, what you are doing is you are telling me you don't understand what the Quran says in Arabic, but you have to use somebody's translation and now go to an unreliable corpus again to verify something which the website itself is not reliable.
I never said I'm using it to cross check. I said I was checking how many verses the word appears.
So that's still cross checking because you are checking how many verses it appears. Still, you are using their website to cross check something.
Not for the meaning. So that's what I was trying to.
No problem. I'm not talking about just the meaning. I'm saying cross checking. Cross checking means you are using it just to draw analysis on something. Still, but the point is, I being in this position, I'm just aiding you. I'm just helping you guys to arrive to the truth. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying this to make you guys look bad. But the point is, if you guys will sit far away and you say Baba Shuaib is misleading people because he says there's a ritual in Islam, then those people are foolish people. If you say somebody is misleading somebody, if you say somebody is misleading people, what is the best way to resolve that issue?
To communicate with each other.
Communicate with the person, confront the person, and communicate, right?
Yeah.
Then Baba Shuaib is now telling them, let's come in front of the world and sit down and have a dialogue so everybody can see.
So basically, I'm not saying you are even misleading people because I live from the Quran. I can even draw out where or the Sunni Muslims actually do the whole 5 ritual thing and everything, because I believe what they are doing is actually glorification. And this were 2120. So at 120, 120, where Allah says we should glorify Him at this period of time. And the whole Allah Akbar, prostrating and stuff is more of a glorification than a Salat. Because when Allah referred to the Muslim, it goes deeper than just those that they do bow and do everything. It comes with an act. So we can glorify God 5 times.
Wait. If I'm praying, is it an act or not?
If you are praying, you are acting. You are not acting.
I'm what?
You are acting. You are not acting.
What is the word prayer? Is it a noun or not?
It's a noun that is being derived from
if
acting.
I said now, if you're doing that action, do you know a noun can also represent an action?
Sure.
So if I'm praying, the word prayer, is it an action or not?
Yeah, it's an action.
So if I'm doing that action, am I acting or not?
When I was talking about acting, the acting behind the action is different. The action you are doing is you acting a divine being, not you acting based on service. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to do.
So when you say, listen here. God says when you get up for the Salat, He says wash your faces and wash your hands to the elbows. This washing, this washing you are doing. Are you telling me I need to do this washing to go and do which service? Which service am I going to do when I do this washing? After this washing, what am I going to do?
Okay, let me maybe give you a brief of the Salat. It might be ritual.
I don't need you to explain anything. I'm just asking a simple question. I said chapter 5 verse 6. When I do this ritual wash, when I finish this wash up, the ghusl, wash your face, wash your hands to the elbows, wipe your head, then your feet, your leg to the heels. When I'm done, right? I'm done. So now, you guys who say duty, when I finish this, which duty or which following closely or which connection or what am I going to do now?
I think, sorry, let me bring a verse that will show you.
I didn't say bring a verse. I'm asking you a simple question. If I say prove, then you can prove. I didn't say what am I going to do after I finish this? What? You tell me in a summary. What am I going to do after I finish washing? Are you there? Amy?
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, but before I was not hearing you.
Oh, okay. I said the moment you wash, then you recite the Quran. You read it. I mean to recite. You read it to understand, because God says when you approach the Salah, we should have it with a clear mind. Understand what we're saying. So when you read it, you read the verses. The moment you submit to the word of God, then you act upon it.
How do I submit to the words of God?
That means there's a verse where Allah says those that listen to the word of the Lord, they fall down weeping, crying. It touched them. It's a reflection on you. That's why the Salat keeps you away from bad conduct and stuff like that. You need to act.
One word to define that act.
One word to define that act. It's Salat.
That's an Arabic word.
Okay. Are the closeness to God or drawing close to God?
I just said one word.
The Arabic is very rich. English is very loose that you can actually put it.
God. Do you know Arabic?
Okay, closeness. Let's just say closeness, right?
But the word Salat doesn't mean closeness.
Okay, well, connection, drawing close. One word that
connection.
Okay, I've checked the root meaning. It's brought inclining towards.
Last time I corrected you. I told you that's not the root meaning.
Okay, what the root meaning you're saying is praying, right?
Salawat. That's the literal meaning of it, to pray. But it has other extended meanings. But it doesn't come to the meaning you guys are putting there. It's not there.
I don't know what to say, but I believe reading the Quran basically.
When I mix ingredients, vegetables together, and I put it on the stove. When I mix, listen to me carefully. When I take onion, carrots, and things, and I mix them together, and I put it on the stove, and I'm boiling it. After boiling, in summary, what do we say I'm doing? What's the word for that? In summary,
you cooking.
Thank you. You see, you gave me one word, right? Thank you. So now the Quran tells you what the messengers, the prophet, everything they are doing. When they do, they establish the Salat, and then that's Salat. I said, just give me one word in a summary. What is that act in English? Give me the word.
Devotion.
It means devotion. So should we go and check the meaning of Salat? It means devotion.
That's what I see. I don't know what
I'm asking you. I didn't say you are wrong. I'm asking you. So should we look? I just defined the act I'm doing. When I get the vegetables and I put in the pan and everything, I just ask you, give me one word. You said cooking. When we check the dictionary, it's correct. It's cooking.
Yeah.
So now why can't you do the same for Salat? I'm just asking you again. The Salat, the action, the combination of actions that I need to do. After washing up, I go and stand, I recite the verses, I bow down, I prostrate, I call on God, I give thanks to God. Give me a summary of that one. Devotion is closer. Devotion is right because it's an act of worship. Because Salat is an act of worship also. But now we have a group who is telling us Salat is a duty. So they say Islam is not about worship. There is no worship in Islam. Listen carefully. The group you are trying to support now, they are.
I'm not supporting them.
You are not supporting them.
I'm coming with my own, yeah.
Your own now. Hey, Chineke.
Yeah, I don't know the group. I don't incline with sect. Allah said we shouldn't divide the religion into sects, so I'm not. I don't incline towards sect.
Brother Amy, it's okay. Just be in the audience. Keep watching and keep on watching. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Do I have to be in a group to practice Islam?
No,
because I'm not in a
group. Me, I didn't say you are a group.
Yeah, I'm associating myself with them.
Let me tell you something you don't understand. It's not necessarily being in a group, but you need a group to form a community. Quran chapter 3, verse 104. God talks about let there be a community of you. Quran chapter 3, verse 110, God talks about praising the community of the prophet as having that group of believers. Quran chapter 22 verse 27, God says Abraham should call people to announce to the people to come to him to the Hajj. They have to come and meet him as a group. It's a teamwork. When you are a team doing things together, you are more stronger than individual. That is just the point behind it. But when we say group, we are not talking about being a sect. You are in a group in the form of worshiping God, not like creating your own sect. You understand? When you create your own sect, you give it name, you give it rules, your own. That becomes a sect that you have created. But when you are believers, God says, let there be a group or community of believers. You see, believers. So that is not like you are creating a different sect. No. So when I said you are part of that group, they said Islam is not a religion. So they are creating something new. They said there is no ritual in Islam. They said there's no act of worship in Islam. They said there's no miracle in Islam. They said Jesus has a father. They said this group is what I'm talking about. So that's why I'm asking you, are you here to be part of, join them or something?
That's why I single out myself, because I don't know those groups basically.
Thank you.
So I don't want you to attach.
Let's forget about this issue. Let me move on with something else. Just be in the audience and keep watching. I want to allow other people to join. I don't want us to take too much time. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Thank you. Peace. Yes, so that is our brother Emi from Nigeria calling. Shurulini, I saw earlier on you sent a request, but I was playing a video. Imam Taj, he says, officer, you go kill person. I beg, I don't carry gun. I don't get gun. I beg. He says, Tahiru says IQ is not on his level. I wish he will come. Then we put the IQ to the test. But can you imagine somebody who say my IQ is not on his level, and yet he's in the comment section, on my comment section, and he's talking against me again? Why are you wasting your keyboard instead of just calling? The number is on the page. The invite, the guest link is there, so that you prove to the people my IQ is actually kaput. I would love people to expose me physically, like one-on-one. Is it not a sweet thing to do? You guys hate correctional officers so much, you want to expose me. So I'm here. The best thing you can do is just send me a request. Tahiru, please. Tahiru, don't be scared, please. Tahiru, though, I know you are not busy because you've been typing consecutively for the past 20 minutes. But when we tell you call or send a request, you will not do. That shows how coward you are. Joy says, Salam Baba Shuaib. This is Joy from Hong Kong. Love all your lectures and teaching. More bless you and your family. I appreciate that. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Let me hang up your call and call you back, because you're calling on my phone instead of calling. Let me call you back on here. Oh, Emily, I wanted to call. I'll call you back, Emily. Let me call this person who called before back. Emily, I'll call you back.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Badr. I'm calling from Canada.
Badr.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm not here to expose you. I love you so much. I'm just have like a question.
Yes.
Regarding a verse in Surah Al Imran. I think it's the verse 140.
140, chapter 3, verse 140.
Yeah.
What is the issue?
Yeah, it says like, أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يعلم الله الذين جاهدوا منكم ويعلم الصابرين. My question is regarding the word يعلم. Is it like
you said like wait. Are you talking about Surah Al-Baqarah or Surah Al-Imran?
Surah Al-Imran.
And you said chapter 3, verse what?
140. 142.
142, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Keep on.
Oh, you listen to me. Like I said, it's just about the word ya'lam. Like in general, we use like the word like ya'lam is like more to know, you know. Here, like in your translation, you said it's more like exposed. Like it's like to put a sign to distinguish between like al-mujahideen wal-tabirin wal-munafiqin in a sense.
Yeah.
But the word ya'lam, is it not like to know something?
Yeah, to note, when we say expose doesn't mean you are only exposing hypocrite or something. When I say expose, for instance, I'm watching something on the phone. Let me put on the screen. You see my phone? If I do this, I'm exposing my phone.
Okay.
Expose is not a bad word. It doesn't always mean you are exposing something bad. Expose means you are making it known.
Making it known.
Okay. It's
so
just
it's not like
it's
not like God is gonna know something.
No. It's not. God already knows. So it's not about God is going to know. The idea of expose is to reveal it. Do you understand?
Okay.
Knowledge is something like that you reveal.
Yeah, it's like putting a alama so that people can distinguish between like those people and
exactly, so that it can be revealed. People will know. You understand? Okay. So it says, do you think that you will enter the garden while God has not exposed those who strive among you and exposed those who are patient? Because these two groups have to be exposed and it has to be evident. People will know. That's what it means.
Okay.
So to be known means to be exposed. Then people can know this person is truthful, this person is a hypocrite, this person. That's why Quran talks about all groups. It talks about munafiqun, kafirun, mu'minun. Talk about every group so that expose is making it known.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's like more to show.
Yes, to show.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. That was my question. Thank you very much, and thank you for your work.
You're welcome, brother. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Peace. Brother Emily, Tahiru, you reject the Quran. Tahiru, please call. He says, I know this guy knows the truth and is intentionally misleading people. You know this guy knows the truth. So please call and tell us what is the truth. Because maybe I don't know the truth. Please, Tahiru, please call. Please, I'm begging you in the name of God. Maybe I don't know the truth. Please call and help the people. You said I'm misleading people. Please call and then show the people how I'm misleading them. I beg you in the name of God because of Ramadan. And if you are here trying to accuse me falsely, may God strike you down. Hypocrite. But if you are scared to call, then go and burn the sea. Tahiru, don't be a coward, please. Just call. Just be a man. Do you have balls? Or do you want me to borrow you some balls? Tahiru, he's wearing Juventus jersey. Juventus, they were corrupt some time ago. They bought the league. So it shows you are a corrupt person. Tahiru, do you have balls? These guys, they are just scared of correction officer. I don't know why. You handsome young guy like this, you are scared of me. I don't know. If I look ugly, then people would never come next to me at all. They would run away, far away. Yeah, no problem, Imran. Thank you, Charlie. Imran says, Charlie, thank you. I appreciate you, brother Imran. Thank you. Have a nice night. I don't know if I might stay on long, but I did some exercise before coming online, so I still have the energy. Tahiru, don't be a coward, please. Don't be a sissy. Please call, please. My number is there. Correctional officer number is free. Look, free call. Just call on WhatsApp. It's free. Send the request is even there. The link I put it view to Facebook, but I don't know why these mushriks are scared of Baba Shuaib. I don't know. And when you give them the chance to come, then the heebie-jeebies start. Because they can never talk in a civil manner. They are not civilized. The hadith never taught them any civilization to be civil. Yes, Bandland, yes. That is early 2010s. Yes, Juventus was corrupt. Yes, they were they were buying the league. Tahiru, how can you say you are still here? You are not calling. You just love to be in the comment section. Huh? Tahiru, don't do that, please. Sorry, guys. I've not been reading the comments from Instagram, unfortunately. Arda says, Baba Shuaib, could you please discuss with Muhammad Ali from Muslim Lantern channel on YouTube? He is a very good Sunni scholar. It will be very interesting. I'm still really confused what to believe. You don't need to be confused. I did a video on him. I'll do a video again on him. Normally, the mushriks, I know how they control their platforms, the way they work on their platforms. They have an agenda. They have a mass following. So there's a style in which they use their platforms, right? But I know time will tell. This somebody like Muhammad Lantin, I would love to meet him when I go, God will, when I go to Speaker's Corner. These are people I want to meet face to face. If I do a segment online with him on his platform or something, he's mischievous. He did it to my friend MFG. So he's very mischievous. I call him the Mushrik Lantin. You understand? So in order to get one-on-one, I would love to meet Mohammed Hijab one-on-one. I would love to meet Mushrik Lantin one-on-one. I would love to meet Jake Brocotella one-on-one. Yes, those people one-on-one, Shamsi one-on-one. That's a better way to have the dialogues and argument with them. Yes, the Shia people, they are very, very deluded. They are very, it's just unimaginable. I'm serious. Shia is just ridiculous, right? It's just ridiculous. They and the Sunnis, they are just like the birds who flock together. They are just best friends. They hate each other so much that they are very good friends. Yeah. Yes, you can do this. Yes, Abdul. Yes, it's actually in my plans. I think last year I nearly went there last year, but the plans changed because some things became an obstacle to me, so I couldn't go. But I know it's in my plans. Those people, like I said, I prefer to meet them face to face instead of just being online to meet them. Because in the face-to-face, they cannot twist the narrative, right? They cannot edit anything. So, Maruzela Antexi, Emma Yaksa. Okay. Yes, JS, yes, you can be undercover to go into your lives. Oh no, it's not something I'm going to announce just like that publicly. You know, Baba Shuaib is more of a threat to the mushriks. I don't need to announce my my movement just like that. But yes, it's in my plans, inshallah. You like, I know some people will get to know when I'm there. Eventually, I'll tell. But I'm not just going to tell it publicly like that. But when I'm there, you know, the video will be there, everything will be available. Yeah. Tahiru, you'll be in my comment section for over 30 minutes. All you could do is to call. Unless if you tell me you are based in the Western world, but you don't have a phone. And you cannot be watching me either if you don't have a phone. Gravity says, I would love to call. You can call +358 466 803144. That is my WhatsApp number. +358 466 803144. Yes, I've done 2 hours already. I might have to go to TikTok a bit before I go. Yes, exactly. Rizal, I don't need to tell the day. No, I'm not telling the day. Right? It has to be a surprise like that. Abu Thomas says, please do let know to be there with you on that day. I will, to all the people who actually appreciate the work I do based in the UK, I will inform you. Yes, yeah, I will inform you. But I'm not just going to publicize it on the internet, just Baba Shuaib's coming to the UK. No. Those people, they have a lot of extremists and so on. So you have to be careful when you are going to such places. We have, let me see. Ademo Steven says, I know everyone is finding who to follow, but Salat is more than a ritual. I get what those guys are saying. Even connecting to Allah is a ritual if you do it every day. May Allah guide us. Sunnis and Shias both hate the Quran. Yes, they do. Helal, I will be with you. I appreciate the support, brother Helal Ahmed. Thank you. Brocotella, yes, that's Jake Brocotella. Yes. Let me see. Yes, Tahiru is on ghost mode. Yes. Hey, correctional officer. Oh, let me call brother Emily. I'm supposed to call you back. Sorry. Brother Emily called earlier on. Let me call him first. Emily, I'm calling you.
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Brother Emily, how are you?
I'm fine, Baba.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Baba, my first question. Muslim, we have to be in society.
Mm-hmm.
If Sunnis get to know that you follow Quran alone,
Mm-hmm.
and something happened to you, badly happened to you, maybe they refuse to assist you. Those who are following the Quran now, we are not enough.
Yes.
In numbers.
Yes.
Maybe they can refuse to assist you.
Yes.
What should I do? What should we do?
Yeah, that is why you try to join. I don't know. Are you in my WhatsApp group, the local one, the Ghana, Nigeria one?
I'm in your WhatsApp group.
So we need that link and connection to have that unity, and that is one of the reasons why I came to Ghana. I organized a conference, but unfortunately I didn't see you. You didn't come.
I'll call. That day it rains at my place at Medina.
Oh, sorry. And because it was during the election time also, so it was. I understand. Exactly. I understand. I don't blame you for not coming, but it is all part of this. But the next time I come to Ghana, I'm coming to Ghana again. Is in my plans. So the next time I come into Ghana, I will be arranging a gathering where all the people who follow the Quran will gather. We gather together, and then we looked to the way forward. How to help each other, how to connect with each other, how to understand, so that you not be dependent on the mushriks next to you, because it's a mind-boggling thing. Those people, the hatred they have for you is very extreme. With the moment you say you follow the Quran, the hatred, the way they hate you more than Fir'auna.
Baba, I bet you.
Oh, I know for a fact. So and this is why, with the help of God has actually given me the gift of helping the old people. So when we try to do that, thanks to this elder Sadi Rat, we have one elder Lebanese man in Ghana. With his help also, when I was in Ghana, I met him. You see, when you start getting the minds of the elders, in Africa, whenever you want to talk to a community, who do you have to speak to first?
Yeah, the elders.
The elders.
The chief.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You start with the elders. You understand? The elders are the ones to speak with the dignitaries, the chiefs and so on. They will tell them about you. You understand? So Baba Shuaib paving the way, helping the old people. Of course, I'm doing it for the sake of God. But the thing is, there's another point behind what I do. I do that when the elders accept you. You understand? Then getting the youth is not a bigger deal. The youth, Baba Shuaib, I have a lot of elders who support what I do, and they tell me, Baba Shuaib, you are a mouthpiece for the youth. But if I don't start with the elders, if I go through the youth direct, the elders will be left out. I'm starting with the elders because it is the youth who mostly listen to me on social media. Because whenever I check the statistics, it tells me that people between the age of 20 years to 35 years are the ones watching me the most. You understand? But then the elders are left out because the elders don't have time for social media and so on. So when we do the charity activities in Ghana, and when I go around and we feed them off, so they want to know, Baba Shuaib, Baba, you understand, he is behind this. He actually stood that so that other people, important people, can actually contribute and help and feed us. So they are willing to know. Let me tell you one amazement. When I came to Ghana, I printed my T-shirts, correctional officer T-shirt. Even old people wanted to wear it. They also needed a copy of the T-shirt.
Yeah.
They needed to wear. They say, Baba, give us your T-shirt to wear also. So it tells you that when you have such a sense of building a community, you can never have a community without elders. A community functions properly when there are elders, because if you are going to depend on youth to build a community, the youth would always mess up. Youth are always after their desires. Most of the case, not always, but most of the case, the youth is after their desires. So that is why sometimes what we call societal norms or culture or standards, you see, when elders have rules and regulations in a society, the moment they grow old or they die, you see the youth changing those values. They don't follow that standard anymore. They start to do something different. Are you getting my point? So in order for us, Quran alone followers, to connect all over the world, Baba Shuaib is doing his lectures, is doing his videos. We connect one way or the other. Then we are having a bond whereby when we organize a meeting once in a while, when I come to Ghana, you see the connection will be there. You guys will get to know each other. You get to connect with other like minds, people who agree with you, you agree with them. So even if you need a support, then you don't need to look far away. You have people who agree with you and come next to you.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? Okay. So we are working on that for people, and not only Ghana. I'm trying my best to connect with people, whether in Nigeria, wherever it may be. Because look, I will tell you, a lot of people from all the corners of the world get in touch with me. All the corners of the world. Yes. So with you, Emily, this is not something you should stress much. You are based in Ghana, but inshallah, we'll work things out. God will be on our side.
Inshallah, to be. Please, my second question. I'm in construction, building and construction.
Yes.
Something happened to me today. Around 10 o'clock, I was very weak. I can't stand on the sun and continue my work. So I have to break the fast and continue. I don't know the impact. I don't know how to do. Should I cheers or what to do, Baba?
You can ransom. You ransom, you cheer, you feed the poor for the exchange, just to get the blessing of the month. That's why you are feeding the poor. You understand? The act of ransom is to get the blessing of the month, because you don't expect the month to pass you without actually getting a blessing.
Okay.
That is just the benefit there. So if you cannot do it and you're struggling, just ransom. Chapter 2, verse 184, it is stated there. If you struggle, if you do it with hardship, then you can ransom by feeding a poor person.
Okay.
Yes.
So after the ransom and after the Ramadan season, should I fast again?
No. It's gone. Okay. God says when you witness the month of Ramadan, you should fast. So if after the month of Ramadan, it's no more Ramadan. It's another month.
Okay.
So why are you fasting in a month which is not Ramadan?
Okay. Now that the Quran followers, we don't have mosque, should I go and pray with the people?
You pray at home.
Or what should I do?
You pray at home.
I should pray at home.
Yes, even
Even
Zakaria.
if you are surrounded with the Sunnis, they will be asking, why don't we come to mosque? Why don't we come to mosque? It's like they will tell you that you are not a correct Muslim.
No. You pray at home. You are doing Islam. You are practicing Islam for God. You are not practicing it for people, for God's sake.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? Your salvation is between you and God. It's not, people cannot save you in front of God.
Okay.
Quran chapter 6 verse 116. It says, وَمَا يَتَّبِعُ أَكْثَرُهُمْ إِلَّا ظَنَّ إِنَّا ظَنَّ لَا يُغْنِي مِنَ الْحَقِّ شَيْئًا. It says, look, most of the people follow nothing but assumption. Right? Sorry, Quran chapter 10 verse 36. Then he says, in Quran chapter 6 verse 116, he says, وَإِن تُطِعْ أَكْثَرَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ يُضِلُّوكَ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ إِنْ يَتَّبِعُونَ إِلَّا ظَنَّ وَإِنْ هُمْ إِلَّا يَخْرُصُونَ. He says, if you obey most of those on earth, they will mislead you from the way of God. So if you are going to obey the Sunnis and you are going to obey the mushriks around you, what do you think they will do? They will mislead you from the way of God.
Okay.
Yes, salam to you, Kimeti, Sahiti, Terves, yes, wallah. Aha.
Yeah. Thank you, Baba, very much. Thank you very much, Baba.
You're welcome, Emily. Thank you. Stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Yo, Kitos, Kimeti, Sahiti. So on yo kello kaksi suomessa, mutta baba on taas täällä. Okay, who is calling now? Yes, somebody is calling.
Hello.
Mr. Mu, yeah, salam. Who am I talking to? Ibrahim, your name, your voice is very far away. Can you speak into the phone?
Okay, please can you hear me?
I can hear you now. How may I help you, Ibrahim?
Please, I have two questions to ask. I don't know if I can do that right now.
You can ask, yes. Don't let it be long.
Okay. So my first question is, as a Muslim, or according to the Quran, why is it that a person marry a Christian but can't marry the Muslim? What's the
Your line is breaking. Repeat it again.
I said the question, what as Muslim, according to the Quran, we can marry friends but can't marry mushriks, or polytheists, those who worship
guys, can you hear can you hear me clearly? Wait, guys, can you hear him clearly? Because his line was breaking. They said no, they cannot hear you. Your line was breaking. When you're speaking, it's breaking.
But can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, but whilst you're talking about the question, it's breaking.
Okay.
Yeah, salam to you, Sister Eram. Have a good night. Yeah. So can you repeat the question now?
Okay. So please, my question is, according to the Quran, can a Muslim marry Christian or a Muslim or a polytheist?
When you say a polytheist is the same as a mushrik.
Okay, so can we marry?
Can you marry who? We marry who?
A woman or a man, those religions, or can we marry from?
First of all, let's check what the Quran says. Quran chapter 2, verse 221. Let's see the instructions God gave concerning the marriage, such type of marriage. So this is what God says. God says, and do not marry the polytheistic women unless they believe. Unless they become believers, you can marry. For a believing bondmaid is better than a polytheistic woman, even if she pleases you or amazes you. Then he says, and do not marry the polytheistic men unless they believe. For a believing slave is better than a polytheistic man, even if he pleases you. Those invites to the fire while God invites to the garden, and forgiveness by his permission, and clarifies his verses to the people, perhaps they will take heed. So this is God answering the question. He says, do not marry polytheistic. So a woman who is a mushrik, don't marry her. A man who is a mushrik, don't marry him.
Okay.
You understand? So let's go forward. What again?
The question is, don't you think that will bring conflict or will bring disagreement between us or cause problems between us?
Already, which country are you from? Ghana, right?
Ghana, yeah.
Already, Ghana, don't you have issues of tribalism?
But is this not strengthening it?
No, I'm asking a question. I say already, don't you have issues of tribalism?
Yeah.
Okay, now, if somebody is a criminal, are you listening?
I'm listening.
And he has a child who is a criminal, and you are not a criminal, and you have a child who is not a criminal, and your child wants to go and marry the criminal, will you allow it?
No, I won't.
Is that not also causing division?
But this is the religion from God.
Thank you. So now God is telling you that person who is a mushrik is a criminal. Why do you want that God to allow you to go and marry a criminal? So he gave you the answer in the verse. He says, those invite to the fire. If you go and marry a mushrik, the mushrik is going to invite you to fire. Will you like to take your family to the fire? So exactly. So you will not allow your daughter or your son to go and marry someone who will take them to fire. It's a simple logic thing. This is not about division. It's about staying on the right course. So if the person wants to be on the right course also, they would rather become a believer to join you instead of staying on the way of fire. It's a simple logical thing. If somebody's child is a criminal and they want to marry a child who is not a criminal, just tell the criminal to stop being a criminal. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Simple.
Yeah, I think that's that.
That's the point. What's the second question?
Okay. The second question about chapter 33, verse 50, where some women were given to the prophet exclusively, that no one should marry after them.
Okay.
I don't know why that. Why is that people can't marry the wife of the prophet after his death?
Okay, it is explained in the same verse, but it has a context beneath. Right? God explained it. So let's check the reason why. So God spoke about it in Quran chapter 33, verse 50. And this is what he says. He says, O you prophet, indeed, we have made lawful to you your wives, whom you have given their fees, as well as those your right hand possesses, from what God has awarded to you, and the daughters of your paternal uncle. Because he was allowed to marry from his own family. So marrying from his own family, after him, God says nobody can marry his wives after him. So I'm going to show you the evidence when we go, whilst we are going forward. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Okay. So then he says, and the daughters of your paternal uncle, the daughters of your paternal aunt, the daughters of your maternal uncle, the daughters of your maternal aunt, who emigrated with you. They immigrated with him, right? As well as a believing woman, if she presents herself to the prophet, if the prophet intends to marry her, exclusively for you. So all the list of the group of women mentioned till down is exclusively for him. Nobody will marry them after. But I'm going to give you the evidence why God said that. So then God says, other than the believers. So after him, no believer can marry this group of women he's going to marry. Then God says, we have certainly made known what we have obligated for them concerning their wives and those their right hands possess, so that it will not become guilt upon you, the prophet. And God is forgiving and merciful. So when you read downwards up to 53, right? In 53, this is what he said. He said here, indeed, when the people come to his house, some of the believers, they come to his house, they sit down to have discussions with him. According to God, it is offending the prophet, but he cannot tell them. So now God says, indeed, that is offending the prophet, and he is ashamed of you. But God is not ashamed of the truth. And when you ask his wives for something, then ask them behind a hijab, but a partition. That is purer for you, for your hearts and their hearts. That is, he's talking to the believers. And it is not for you, the believers, to offend the messenger of God, nor to marry his wives after him, ever. Do you see? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you.
So chapter 33, verse 53, God explained the verse 50, why he said it is exclusively for him. So because after him, nobody else is permitted to marry from his wives.
So the question is why? Why no one can marry the woman.
God just explained in this verse. He says, indeed, that will be terrible in front of God. Because he made a law, and he says it's exclusively for him. God made it exclusive for him. When I was in school, let me give you an example. When I was in school, when I was in junior high school, we had this headmistress. You don't dare go to her office if she is not there. If she's not there, you don't have to go there. So now the question is why? Ibrahim.
Yeah, hello.
Why can't I go there?
Obviously, I can tell.
So that is what authority is about. The authority says you can't do this. So, okay, the question is, Ibrahim, do you want to go and marry them?
So, you see, at this time, we could tell that they're believers at this time, right?
Yes, and they are the ones God is telling these rules, this instruction.
So, had it been, he just came out and said, yeah, God has given this to me.
That's not how he told them, no.
I'm just paraphrasing. That's what it means. That no one should marry his wives after the prophet.
But that's not how he told the believers. I just read the verse. The verse was telling you clearly. It says the prophet was ashamed to tell them. I just read it to you. Were you paying attention? Quran chapter 33, verse 53. I'm reading the verse again. It says, indeed, that is offending the prophet, and he is ashamed of you, the believers, but God is not ashamed of the truth. Because the prophet couldn't tell them in their faces. But when God revealed the revelation, the prophet cannot hide it. Yes, he cannot hide the revelation. They have to reveal it. But within him, he personally himself, he couldn't tell the believers when they come to have a discussion with him. He couldn't tell them what is in his mind.
So the disbeliever believed this was a revelation rather than a secret.
No, the revelation is what you are watching from the book. That is what we call the revelation. This is the revelation you are reading.
I'm asking on behalf of a disbeliever at his time.
The disbeliever at his time, look, when somebody disbelieves in something, there's no way you can convince that person. He just rejects something. Even if you tell him your father is the president of the whole world, he doesn't believe you. There's nothing you can say for him to believe you. Okay. That's the point. Yeah.
Very much. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, brother. Yes. Have a nice day. Yeah. I can pick my last caller before I go. I think somebody was calling. Is it Nureni or Nure something? Let me try to see if I can pick up the last caller.
Hello?
Yes, hello, brother. Your name and where you're calling from? Wa alaikum salam, my brother. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Nurani.
Nurani.
And I'm from Perth. And I live in Australia. I'm from Perth.
Yes.
Unfortunately, because time-wise, sometimes I can't really watch you live, so I always watch the video after.
The playback, yes. Australia, yes. Australia, I think you are way ahead in time.
Yeah, we already 8:10 in the morning.
Yes. So, and then,
brother,
yes, I'm listening.
I do have a question for you, which is regarding the Sadaqah Jariyah.
Yes.
Like after death or when you do something, I know I understand the Sadaqah and feeding the poor and everything, but what regards in the Quran about the Sadaqah when you pass away after you still keep going, getting the rewards about this?
It doesn't work.
Okay, yeah, okay. There's nothing in the Quran that...
No. There's no Sadaqah to Jariyah. Sadaqah to Jariyah doesn't exist in the Quran. When you die, God already knows the future. The day you are dying, if you have made a legal will, because God says it's a duty upon believers to write down a will before they die.
Yes, yes.
You understand? So if you are made a legal will, sharing your apportionment, you already get the blessing from the legal will before you even die.
Yes,
You
I
understand?
understand. Yes,
So there's nothing like you are dead, your file is closed, and then more blessings keep coming. They keep coming. No. God already knows what, according to God, even if you have intention to do good deed and you don't do it, you don't get a chance to do it, you still get a blessing.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
So the concept
because
of
now, you know,
yeah.
I'm sorry, because now it's a trend, you know, like they keep pushing us, you know, like everywhere you're going, you know, especially on the day of Laylatul Qadr, you know, it starts from the morning. If you give one, you can receive this. You can, you know, look, I know we have in a situation where we need money. There's a lot of poor people, but
we cannot eradicate poverty. It's impossible.
Yes.
What we can do is we can help the poor and the needy to some extent, but we cannot eradicate poverty.
Yeah, I understand this, yes.
Yeah. So when we say, let me tell you how to work on that. We have people who are less privileged. In the Western world have found a solution for that. So they make sure the aged, the old people, the disabled people, the less privileged people are being taken care of financially by the government, through taxes.
Yes.
But a lot of places like Africa and so on, the third world don't have that system in place.
Yes.
Do you get the point? So the struggling is way more there than in the Western world.
Yeah, I understand this. Yes.
So the best we can do is attend to the ones who are less privileged, who don't have any support from any angle. Those are the ones we can attend to and help them.
Yes.
Now, when we put smile on those people's faces, look, let me tell you one of the things that happened to me in Ghana that I will never forget. There was one old lady. She sleeps in the darkness, and she doesn't have electricity, and she doesn't have. The only thing she needed was a fan. She needed a fan in the room, but she doesn't have a fan.
Yes.
So when I got somebody to ask her what does she need, she said the only thing she needs before she dies is a fan in a room. So we bought the fan for her, and then they connected the electricity, and then it was fixed in a room. And guess what? When she got to speak to me, she said now she can die in peace.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
So do you see her worry? Her worry is only a fan, and I will tell you that fan only cost, like, at that time when I bought it, it's less than 20 euros.
Yes, yes.
But do you see the point? But less than 20 euros to me is not a big deal, but to her it was something way greater. So this is how it feels. So sometimes when we have that connection to help those people, for instance, I have access to such people. That's why I organize sometimes the feeding program. I have access to those people. And when I went to Ghana, I went there to see those people myself. Because normally I have my elder brother and one close friend who is also an elder in charge of that. So they find the boys and people to help them, to support them going to feed the people and find. Sometimes we go, look, when I went to Ghana, sometimes we will go to just feed somebody food items worth, let's say, 40 euros for each person. But guess,
yes.
And that 40 euros, maybe it might last the person, because the person is an old person. It might last the person for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the old people, they don't eat much. Old people just need something.
Yeah.
So then we give some amount of money in the hand also, so they can sustain. But let me tell you, when I went to Ghana, I went to visit a family in order to help the old lady by giving her food items and some money. And guess what? She didn't pay her rent for a year. And the rent control owner, the house owner, was ashamed to fire her, to sack her from the house.
Yeah.
The house owner wanted to drive her away, but she's shy. The house owner is shy. Or how will I say? She has pity for the woman. So when I went, then she told me the arrears of the woman that needs to be paid, the old woman. And I said, okay, we will take care of charge. So I paid that actually for the old lady.
Yeah.
You understand? Now imagine, we have people who go through these struggles in Africa, and guess what? In Africa, they don't take monthly rent. They take yearly or double in a year. They don't take monthly.
Yeah, I do understand because I watch a lot of videos.
Yes.
I know
Yes.
they struggle a lot. I understand this. But the point is, like, I know we have to do more to help them. I understand this. We have to. But because they come with a lie now, because everywhere you're going, most of the time they keep telling you, like, this, what you're giving, you get it after, you know? So that's the problem.
No, you don't get it after. According to God, you even get it now. Look, any charity you give for the sake of God. Look, this is why you need verification of where your money goes and what is being done. I've witnessed the mushriks having charity organizations, even in Ghana and other countries in Africa, but they don't do what they say. They don't do what they say.
Yes.
I'm serious. They don't do what they say. And I have personally gone to see an imam who lives in poverty, but he's leading a mushrik mosque sponsored by the Arabs through some leaders in Ghana. Those leaders, when the Arabs send money, those leaders share the money among their families. The imam, you see him wearing a torn shirt.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm serious. He's wearing a torn shirt.
What you're saying, yeah.
And he said, when it's time for the Eid, the Arabs will send a lot of money to the big sheikhs in Ghana, but the big sheikhs will never give the ordinary sheikhs who come from the poor background. They will never give them any cow or any share of the cow.
Yes.
You see, because you don't expect justice from a corrupt leader. So when I went to Ghana myself 2.5 months ago, I go to the old people, I kneel down, I enter in their rooms and their houses, I kneel down in front of them, and they are amazed. They are wondering, this guy is coming from Europe. How come he stooped so low to come to our level to meet us? To look, when I go there, I don't care whether she lives in a dirty room, dirty house, I don't care. I just go inside.
Yeah, I just listened to you say something about the respect of the elders.
Yes.
So where you have to catch up with them. I was watching you live today. Alhamdulillah, I got time today. So
in the third world, you see, Brother Norain, in the third world, old people are forgotten easily.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, people don't respect old people in Africa. Easily, they forget them. Because they think you have nothing else to offer. You just talk. They think old people are just talkatives.
Yeah, I do understand this.
Yeah. Yes, so that is a pity, but of course we are trying to just help, but we cannot eradicate poverty. But we can help the people who need help the most. That's the best we can do. But sometimes it's good to oversee the things we do, the good deeds, the good works we do, or the helping we do to people. You need to see the results of the impact. You see, when I went to Ghana, let me tell you, when I went to Ghana, God bear we witness. We fed almost 200 old people. And usually when I organize charity event, we feed about 100, mostly 100. But when I was there myself, we fed about 200 old people. And guess what? When I was there myself, we even added for them things that previously, when I organized that event, we don't even add to that. When I was there myself, we added extra things. Because the point is, I was there physically, I saw the difference. And you could see the impact. When you give an old person items worth, let's say, 300 Ghana cedi, and you look the joy and happiness in their faces, I swear to God, Noraini, you'll be amazed. You'll be having goosebumps.
Yeah, I believe you, brother. I believe, to be honest, I believe you.
To be honest. So me going to Ghana, that was one of the reasons I went to Ghana. Not the main reason, but that was one of the reasons, to go and see them with my eyes.
Brother, yeah, it's a good thing because this is the main important thing for us now, for me especially. So
I think you entered the car, so your sound just changed. It went bad.
Because the problem now, nowadays, everywhere your kids is going to the mosque and they keep preaching the same stuff, outside the Quran, and the kids learn this. So I have to teach my kids myself because I don't have any choice.
Yes,
And,
yes.
The fact that they lie a lot, like if I give one, my kids will get it in the year after or things like this. So it doesn't work.
Yeah, they do lie. They do lie a lot. That according to God, it's not only in the day of judgment you are going to get the reward. You get it also on earth. It's not only so. You see, many a times the reason is they lie to the people by twisting the words of God, by not telling people the right thing. Let me give you an example here. I want to give you an example from the Quran. If I remember the verse, I'm trying to remember the verse. Yeah. Quran chapter 16, verse 30. I found the verse. In Quran chapter 16, verse 30, let me put it on the screen. I want to... Somebody is reminding me that my water bottle is... Somebody reminded me that my water bottle is almost empty. I need to go and get more water anyways. Shurulini, thank you for the gifts. I'll go and put... Thank you, bro. Let me put the verse on the screen. The verse is Quran chapter 16, verse 30. This is what it says. I put it. Wait, just a second. Yeah. That's the verse on the screen. God says, and it will be said to those who were pious, what did your Lord send down? They will say good. Then God says, there is good for those who do what? Who do good in this world.
Yes.
There is good for those who do good.
Yes.
In this world. Look, let me tell you what happened. When I went to Ghana, after I came back to Ghana, from Ghana, a week later, I got a car accident. So I lost my car. Yes, I lost my car. When I got a car accident, I went through a bit struggle because when I came back, I had to pay some bills and other things. So at that time, I was thinking my insurance, they told me the warrant of the car expired 2 days before I got the accident because the car had a 3 years warrant. So the warrant expired 2 days before I got the accident. So I was depending on the warrant because the car company told me if in case the car has issues, they will give me a spare car. The car company, which is a Dacia company at that time, they will give me a spare car. So not knowing when I got the accident, the car warrant expired 2 days before I got the accident. So that I cannot get a spare car from the car company.
Yeah.
So the insurance I was paying, I wasn't paying the premium version. I was paying the average version because I thought I was depending on the car company warrant. So then I lost both sides because I couldn't get from the car company because the warrant expired, and my insurance, I wasn't paying for the premium. So I didn't get a spare car. And guess what? God being gracious and merciful, when I was in Ghana to do the charity works, there's one old lady who, after I gave her what I gave her, I was leaving. She said, my son, come, let me bless you. She said, look, this charity work you are bringing to us, even though some of us don't know you since you were a little kid when you left, when we were old, we couldn't know you properly. But then you actually remember us. You bring all these things, you and your friends who gathered all this help to help us. And then they said, you being the forefront of this objective, God will surprise you the same way you are surprising us. God will make other people help you even without you moving the lip. And guess what happened? When I had my issue, I do have some brothers that I never even personally asked them, oh, I needed help. But God being gracious, they extended a helping hand for me. I had brothers who gave me the help to even to rent the one of the expensive cars I can rent to use. I used for like a month before I got my own car.
Yes.
Are you getting the top?
Yeah, I do.
The issue, all what I'm saying in summary is, you see, the good that this old woman was telling me, somebody is going to surprise me the same way I surprised them.
Yeah.
I actually saw it within the brink of 2 months.
Yeah, the good come back to you.
It just came back. So
yeah.
Some people think when they give, they are losing. They are not losing. It's going to come back in a so far as you are giving for the sake of God. It shouldn't be for the sake of, you understand, something. It has to be for the sake of God. So far as you are giving for the sake of God, God is not making you going to lose, because he wants to give you the benefit of the doubt so that you can keep doing the good. And that is why some people are generous. And because they are generous, some people don't follow up the generosity to check what is going on. So then we have the mushriks setting up communities to dupe the people.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
You get the point. And we have it in Christianity.
Yes,
it is in Christianity. It is now in the mainstream Islam as well. Setting up charity organizations, and they don't do the needful act. I swear to God, I went to my community. There is no charity organization taking care of old people in my community, except Baba Shuaib doing this work.
Yeah,
look, they have one of the biggest institutions in Islam. They call it Islamic Research. It's in Nima, where I come from. They are not taking care of old people.
Yeah,
but every time the Arabs send them money,
they share between them.
They will share. Then they buy the expensive cars. That's what they do. That's all.
I don't think it's only in Ghana, brother, because I'm from Mauritius anyway. So
exactly, yeah, of course.
Everywhere in the world,
Mauritius have a similar issue. Exactly, Mauritius will have a similar issue. This is what they do. So you see,
Anyway, brother, thank you very much.
You're welcome, Noreen. Thank you.
I'm very happy to talk to you. First time I become on live with you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All my salam to all the viewers and listeners, and thank you very much. Inshallah.
Thank you.
Next time we can talk again.
God bless you. Thank you. Yes.
Bye.
So, Sister JS is asking a question. Say, what does it cost to feed or take care of one elderly people in a month? In a month in Ghana, I would say, if it excludes the transportation, if they don't have to take any transportation going somewhere, if it has to do only about food, something roughly $50 or 50 euros can do. You understand? Can feed the person throughout a month, because old people usually they economize the way they eat. That 50 euros is more like enough for an old person if it's not including the transportation, right? But for an average person in Ghana, like it has to take the person like about 2,000 Ghana cedi. So that is roughly a bit over about 120 euros for an average person to survive with. But guess what? The transportation in Africa is so expensive that the people are struggling. It's like transportation and rent is taking all their money, because the rent you have to pay in advance, 1 year or 2 years advance. So people struggle, especially people who have kids, multiple kids, 3 kids, 4 kids. Oh my God, that is a story not to tell. But then, like for instance, the feeding program I organizing my community, that one old person gets roughly, let's say, 30 euros worth of items, or is it 35 euros worth of items each person. Then we give some amount of money. So in total, we give them roughly somewhere around 40 euros worth of items, right? So this is how it goes. And sometimes the guys who I put in charge to be the ones going to distribute the food and supporting the ones I put. It's like a networking. The ones I put in charge, you need to sort them out also. You need to pay. And God explains how charity should be distributed. In Quran chapter 9, verse 60, I put a verse on the screen so people can know about charities, right? This is the verse on the screen. This is how it works. Let me put this. So if you read this chapter 9, verse 60, it says the charities are only for the needy. That is number one. The poor people, the workers over it, the workers working for the charity cause, they need to be fed also. Because if you don't feed the one going to feed the poor person, there will be a problem. Because the person might end up stealing or taking from what they have to go and give somebody. So Quran chapter 9 verse 60 says the charities are only for the needy, the poor people, the workers over it, and those whose hearts are composed. And among the, when we say rikab, not directly slaves as in abdi, slave, but it is somebody who is restricted based on, it could be from an issue. Let's say, for example, let's say somebody is walking on the street and then by mistake they break somebody's car, or they push somebody's food items to fall down. You see, they have to pay for it, but they don't have money. So they will be restricted in such a way that it's like they are guilty of something that they cannot pay for. So then rikabi, then you pay for them. Then we have the debtors. Then we have, as well as in the way of God and the wayfarer, as an obligation from God. Then he says, and God is omniscient and wise. You see, so this is how charity, yes, like disabled also. So this is how charity should be distributed. So if charity actually will be distributed in such a manner, the worker who is working for the charity cause will not be squandering what is being sent for the receivers. Right? You understand? So sometimes people don't understand that you have to follow the trend the way God wants you to do the things. So normally when I put people in charge to feed people, I make sure those people I put in charge are taken care of. You have to make sure, yes, you sort them out so that they will not be, you understand, thinking that, you just imagine that you send somebody to go and give old people something. Then they see you are giving rice, you are giving this, you are giving that, and some money. Then the person who is in charge doing that is left out. He's like, how can I be the one giving them the rice and everything, but I'm not getting anything? So that person needs to be sought out. Yes, it talks about parents also. If you go to Quran chapter 2, I think verse 215, right? Yes. Quran chapter 2, verse 215. This is what it says concerning parents. Here, it says, they ask you what they should disperse. Say, whatever you disperse of good, then it is for the parents. God started with the parents. Charity begins at home. You have to first sort your parents out. Sometimes people forget that charity can be given from family first. You start with family first. Please, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. When we say spending charity-wise, start with your family first. Charity begins at home. It is a wisdom from God. It is not any white man or somebody who coined that statement. It is a statement from God. Charity begins at home. So they ask you what they should disperse. Say, thank you, Rachel Green, for the gift. Whatever you disperse of good, then it is for the parents. God started by mentioning parents. Then it goes the relatives, the nearby, the orphans, the poor people, and the wayfarer. And whatever you do of you do of good, then indeed God is aware of it. So you don't start charity by outsiders and leaving your family. How can I be the one trying to give somebody food items and everything, and my family is struggling, starving? It makes no sense. Do you understand? So that is just the point. You get the point. You don't start charity elsewhere whilst your family is struggling. So make sure your parents, your family are okay before then you can give somebody outside. Arda Boss says in verse 143, it says Allah changed the direction of previous Qibla. Now, nowhere does the Quran tell about the former Qibla. Doesn't this mean there is a revelation other than the Quran? No, it doesn't mean so. You are twisting the words. God never says there is a previous Qibla. He never said that. God never said there is a former Qibla or previous Qibla. I don't know why you are twisting the words of God. I still have water. I'm drinking water. I still have water. There's water inside still. Yeah. Okay, guys. Anyways, I have to go to TikTok, please. I might not stay there for long because I have to eat my sahur. I have to eat my food before the dawn time. Yeah, salam, Fatima Chin. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to go. It's almost 3 hours. I've done enough. Let me go to TikTok. Right? Let the bozus and the mushriks and whoever come to TikTok. I'm going there. Yes, I just like what you said here. Majority is in debt or struggling now. We are slaves to the system. That's right. That's the truth. We are slaves to the system, paying debts, and that is why banks are pushing to people to take loans and so on. Yeah, it's a trap. It's a trap, right? So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Sharif Karim. Thank you, Girls on Rehearse. Thank you. I appreciate that. Fred, God bless you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And thank you, Sister Khadija, Mom. I appreciate you. Thank you. S. Faraj, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Azmi says, I pay around 20% of my income for zakat. Does this also include charity, or do I need to give extra for? No. If you are giving that's good. If you're giving 20% of your income, this is what you decided. Let me show you a verse before I go. This is what God says. I give you a verse here. In Quran chapter 70, verse 24, right? Yes. Chapter 70, verse 24. This is what God says. I put it on the screen. Look. This is what God says. And those in whose wealth is a known due, for the beggar and the deprived. So we have believers who in their wealth, they have a fixed or known due that they know. They fixed it. That they have to give it to the beggar and the deprived. Right? Because you do it as something you want to give. You see, so I remember when I started that charity event in my community, I was doing it alone, independently. I was doing it for about 10 old people in the community. So then the idea grew bigger. Thanks to one old woman from Australia. Her name is Sister Hawa Bashiru. Hey, I just remembered her. Props to Hawa Bashiru. She's been watching my lectures for a long time. I just remembered her. I have to just send a message. She brought the idea that she wanted to give me a gift. And I said, well, I don't need a gift, but it will be better to help people back in Africa instead of giving me the gift. And then she said, yes, okay, let's do that. So I remember she sent money. We sent it to Ghana. We help. Actually, it was out of that. There was one old lady taking care of one little girl. And the girl is no more going to school at that time. And we had to help give enough money. And the girl started going back to school. So that actually motivated me to now expand it to other old people in the community. So that is what brought about the Hop Nima feeding program. So anyways, that answers the question for Azmi. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Salam, Anas Lee, John. Then we have Helal Ahmed. We have, yes, Shurulini. Thank you. Salam to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Baba Shuaib. I'm going to TikTok. I'm going to TikTok, so please join me there. Then we can have interactions there. Right? So till we meet again next week, God willing, inshallah. Peace to you, Kali Valley. Peace to you all. Peace out. Always give them a reason to remember your name. The correctional officer.